Houston Texans have won 4 straight after a 20-16 win over the Colts, climbing to within a game of the top of the AFC South. In college football, the Texas Longhorns are keeping their slim playoff hopes alive, upsetting number 3 Texas A&M over the weekend. We'll see if it was enough on Tuesday when the latest college football rankings come out. LSU has its new coach as Ole Miss now needs a new one. Lane Kiffin taking the Tigers' job. Ole Miss will not allow him to finish potential playoff run. In the NBA, the Spurs fell to the Timberwolves 125-112, paced by De'Aaron Fox's 25 points. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing out there? Happy Monday. Welcome back. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal, AJ, and look who's here to my left.
Here, present.
The one, the only.
Present.
Not wearing Aggie gear for the first time in 3 weeks.
Oh, come on.
You got some under there?
No.
Oh.
It's not a game day Friday.
Oh, so you only wear your Aggie gear on Friday now.
That's how it's always been, dude.
Come on, Rob. You wore an Aggie shirt every day last
Texas week. Yeah,
Oh,
Texas
okay.
week. Yeah.
All right. It's Mr. Rob Thompson here.
Where'd
Don't be
that
sensitive.
come from?
I was just saying.
No, you're not. There's no just saying. You were saving that in the barrel.
You look a little different. That's all.
No, I'm exactly the same
guy
that's headed toward a national championship.
Edwin, does Rob look different today?
A little.
A little different.
How do I look different?
No A&M gear.
There's a little less pep in your step, I think.
No, I'm just fine.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't get to go to the SEC title game, but I'll be playing well into the weekend, well into December, into January, and I'm not sure the team that won on Saturday will be.
It probably won't be.
So. Yeah. But hey, it was a good loss.
Well, I don't know about that. How was your Thanksgiving, Robert?
It was nice. Well, no, it was low key. I mean,
it was nice, but then
it was a nice Thanksgiving day. I mean, but I didn't have a big family gathering, and this is the first time in years that I wasn't part of a giant family gathering.
You didn't like that?
No, it's too low key. Thanksgiving's for family. Thanksgiving's for crowds. It's for a bunch of people on the couch trying to find room to watch whatever game you're into. That's what Thanksgiving.
Okay, yeah, that's what I had, and it was a little overwhelming.
Yeah,
but it was good.
If you didn't have it, you'd miss it. And this is the first time I didn't have it. I missed the family Thanksgiving to go hunting. So everybody had already had their Thanksgiving. So I was the only one really excited about it. So I'm the one that's doing the cooking, and my wife was a saint and doing it. So we had 6 people. I cooked for 20. We had just crazy. You can't just cook a small Thanksgiving meal. So busted my ass, and we all sit down, and it's just like a normal day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not bad. I'd love to be around family and friends, but no kids, no, really low key. And then to lose on Friday.
Were your sons there?
Yeah, they were there.
Okay.
I mean, it was them, but it wasn't the gigantic,
So it was you,
cousins,
Kel, Jack, his girlfriend, Clay, and then your dad?
That's it.
Okay. That seems like a good crowd, though.
It was very nice, don't get me wrong. But Thanksgiving, I do believe, is to gather a bunch of people in somebody's house hosting. I want chaos. I want kids running.
How much turkey do you have left over?
It's all gone. We threw it all whatever was left over yesterday out. But I mean,
I won't throw out leftover turkey.
I made turkey chili on Saturday, and that just about did it.
I made like a turkey pot pie.
Delicious.
Yeah, yesterday.
I had the choice of both and decided I'd go with chili.
Sounds good. That sounds good. No, it was good. It was a good time. Edwin, how was your Thanksgiving?
Pretty good, low key. Just me and my dad.
Just the two
yours
of you?
Is even lower key than mine.
Everyone else and all my family in town left.
Oh, did they leave because of you and your dad? Or?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
they didn't want to be around us.
Are you guys at the bottom of the totem pole in your family?
Both. We're the bottom,
so
and they wanted.
If it's just 2 dudes in the house, did y'all even put on clothes on Thanksgiving, or did you just wear your chonies around all day long watching football?
I mean, I didn't have my pajamas on.
See, if it was just me and my boys, I'd have never gotten dressed.
So what did you do for food?
Just the typical turkey, ham, stuffing.
Oh, so you guys made a whole spread. Is just the two of you were eating it?
Yeah, we still have a bunch at home.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So I let you down on the fried turkey.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I gave you a faulty bit of equipment.
Yeah, but you know what? You did the best thing possible, which was remind me over and over again to try it before Thanksgiving Day,
Thank God.
which I finally did, and I was like, damn it,
The
it
day
doesn't work.
before, about 3 o'clock,
Yeah,
if
I
I
said,
recall,
damn
I
it,
got the text. Like,
doesn't
oh,
work.
crap.
So I went to HEB, and they had one. I thought I was going to have to go to, like, Academy or something. My wife was like, no, they have them at HEB. So I went and
Thank
I bought a fryer, and it sparked right up, and dude, it's so nice. An hour, you got a bird.
It's like 3 or 4 minutes a pound.
Yeah.
Go to town. It's a little scary when you first think of doing it for those that have never done it, because you are dealing with an open flame and a remarkably hot cauldron of grease.
Yes.
But once you do it once and you understand it's not that dangerous, man, oh man, you'll never not do it because it's so easy.
My only issues were, one, now your turkey fryer was old school. A little too old school.
Yeah.
But mine is, it's the pussification of America. It's got a 15-minute timer on it. And if that 15-minute timer finishes, the flame shuts off.
That's a product of a lawsuit.
Yeah. So I got to sit out there constantly and restart the timer right before it hits 15 minutes so the flame doesn't go out.
Yep.
So that was problem one. Problem two is once I dropped the turkey, I got you want to keep your grease between 325 and 350. I'm like, all right, no problem. I got it up to about 330. I dropped the bird in.
Down to 2.
And, yeah, it drops real quick. And I was like, well, why isn't this going back up? And I'm, like, cranking up the flame and stuff. Then finally I figure out that, because my thermometer's actually in the bird wing and not in the actual, just the grease. So I'm checking the bird's temperature instead of the grease.
That's not bad.
Well, after spending 30 minutes fighting to get the temperature up, I finally figured out why, which I'm a stupid idiot. But I got it up, got it done, and it was a success. It was fun.
So you had to have 2 turkeys. You had such a big house.
Yeah, I had 2 turkeys, one smoked and one fried.
Mm-hmm.
And
which one turned out better?
It's hard to say. It depended on who you asked.
Did you brine or did you inject?
Dry brine on my smoked turkey, and I used a dry brine and an injection on the deep fried.
Did you buy the injectable or did you make one?
No, I bought it.
I
did
too.
the Tony Chachere.
Me too.
Yeah.
I did the garlic herb. It's all right.
Yep, I like
all
that.
right.
I like that butter.
Right.
Anything kind of Cajun-y, I like.
It's crazy when you inject a turkey and when it expands. You're like, wonder that's how I feel some mornings.
Yes, absolutely how I feel some mornings. It's the day after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
That's exactly how I feel. That's the other thing I've decided. I'm such a woman now. I got on the scale yesterday and I said, I got to get my life in order.
Oh, but that's not till January, man. You got another month of this.
I can't. I have to cut it down now. So I've decided. I told my wife, I'm not doing any weekday drinking between now and the end of the year.
That's an admirable thing.
That's my goal. So Friday night and Saturday are my only drinking times. No Sunday and no weekday drinking.
That was part of when I first started with Dr. Torres.
Cut out the
all right,
booze.
let's start out just weekday. Just stop with the weekdays and see how that goes.
I did tell everybody, like when I was fighting and I could drop 30 pounds in a week. I would tell people the key to losing weight is, do you eat fast food? If the answer is yes, stop. Do you drink alcohol? If the answer is yes, stop. Do you drink soda?
Soda's
if the answer is yes, stop.
Primary thing.
And if you don't have soda, alcohol, or fast food, you will lose weight. If you're trying to lose weight, you will lose weight.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're a broken person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to tell you. But
need to go see Dr. Torres.
Yeah,
there's an underlying issue.
I'm not a doctor, but I'm telling you, without being a doctor, those 3 things, it's almost always some combination of those.
I guarantee you, in every weight loss program out there, those 3 are part of it.
That's the root. That's the root of problems. So
well, we made it, but did you notice I have the Advent calendar?
The
annual Advent calendar out
I didn't
there
know we
today.
had one of these.
Oh, I get one every year.
Okay,
it's one of those.
I saw one that's got whiskey in it.
Well, yeah,
but I can't have that now
when
because I've made a decision.
When my mother was still alive, she would, up until I was about 40, it was kind of a tradition on the first, she would give me an Advent calendar, and the best one I ever got had Hot Wheels in it.
Oh,
31 Hot Wheels.
All right,
it was awesome.
And this is chocolate, huh?
I guess it's chocolate. We'll open it at some point.
Oh boy. So how many days? 24 days.
Yeah.
All right.
Today's the first.
Today's the first. Well, Ron.
Cyber Monday, right?
Now, what are you going to do when we're gone on the weekend?
We'll eat ahead of time. We'll dine on Friday.
Okay. All right. Tonight we dine in hell.
Tonight we dine.
All right, friends. We've got a lot to talk about.
So much has changed since we last gathered.
We're going to talk. Where should we start is the question.
Man, there's a lot out there, brother. A lot out there.
I think we'll start kicking around some college football.
I think that's probably primary till tomorrow night when we get a ranking.
We'll get into that next. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As folks head home from the long extended Thanksgiving holiday, expect sluggish conditions heading into the airport. Airport southbound terminal to 410, that is rolling heavy and slowly northbound. Airport Boulevard from 410 to South Terminal. Right now it's a 17-minute ride, 1604 westbound I-10 as you make your way on over to 281. 35 northbound, 1604 up to FM 1103, 6-8-minute ride. And on 281 southbound, 1604 on down to Wurzbach Parkway, about 5 minutes. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Last year, we bought over 54,000 cars from your friends and neighbors. Why did they sell us their cars? Because we pay more at GiveMeTheVin.com. And why do we pay more? Because you and I both know that your car is worth more than others will offer you. And your time is worth more, too. I'm John Clay Wolf, and I created GiveMeTheVin.com. Sell me your car faster and hassle-free because you're worth more.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
This report is sponsored by A&A Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. This holiday season, get more from A&A Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Buy a qualifying air conditioner and get a brand new furnace absolutely free. Complete year-round comfort for your San Antonio home. Don't wait. Visit aaplumbingsa.com today. A&A Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
Guys, you've heard of TRT, but you have no idea what testosterone can do for you. Once you start treatment, you'll wish you had done it sooner. All the guys I know that go to Synergenics and Low T Center for TRT love it. The TRT test is free, not hundreds of dollars. The testo is pure, not compounded. Guys feel full of energy, not like they're still waiting for it to kick in. Get in now for your free TRT test. No appointment necessary before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com. If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PIPE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PIPE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PIPE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
It's Dallas at Detroit, Thursday night football, and the best place to watch the game is at the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road.
Pre-game with the Blitz live from the Roo Pub from 2 to 6, and stick around to watch the game and show up hungry. You know the food is fantastic.
It's Thursday night, Dallas against Detroit. Start your weekend early with the Blitz live at the Roo Pub from 2 to 6.
Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant, the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. See you Thursday at the Roo. Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com. You know, a way for you to make December pro basketball a lot more entertaining and exciting is if you're playing on Underdog. The best place to get in on all the action. From fast breaks, buzzer beaters, block parties. At Underdog, you can make your picks and win money right now in Texas. And it's easy to do. All you have to do is get your favorite players and decide higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Whether you're thinking about a De'Aaron Fox, a Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, get your picks right. You can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today and use promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
When you switch to Progressive and bundle your home and auto, you could save hundreds, and that's a surprising amount of money.
Whoa, that's like farmer's market money.
That's like give me a gallon of that locally sourced raw honey money.
That's certified organic heirloom tomatoes in every imaginable color except red money.
That's let's get 2 pounds of pink oyster mushrooms money. I'm not even sure I like pink oyster mushrooms.
Guess it's time to find out, because you could save hundreds when you switch to Progressive and bundle. Then the world is your pink oyster mushroom. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
You're listening.
Hello. It's the first of the month. Hey, we having a wonderful day.
Have a good Cyber Friday or a good Black Friday?
No. My wife did, I'm sure. I'm trying to think if I bought anything. I did go to Best Buy, and I hate going to Best Buy, but I went anyway because I was getting really fed up with my internet. And I've got fiber internet, so it's supposed to be really fast. But if you don't have a good router, then it's not. And I have the router that came with it.
Those are hard to set up. I hate doing routers.
So I got a new router system that's normally like $600, and we paid $300. And I was like, oh, what a deal!
Was it easy to set up?
I don't know. Ask my wife. But all I know is we're humming now, baby. We're humming. I'm getting
it's amazing
max out of
when
it
you
now.
finally get some speed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's got like a satellite. So I've got one right. So it's got the main router, which is in my office, because that's like if I do podcast and everything like that, I'm there. And then I've got one satellite by my main TV.
What do you mean satellite? Like a booster?
It is. It's like a booster.
Router. Yep.
And then the other one is upstairs, and everywhere in the house is just humming. So that's the best investment I could have made. Best investment I could have made.
New Modern Warfare. Should go get it.
Oh, yeah.
Go jam on it.
Yeah. And
Campaign.
now I'll have a tiny TV to play it on, unlike you.
Yeah, 100 inches, baby.
100 inches.
Yes, sir. Black Friday was good to me.
Oh, my.
Good to me.
You're very wealthy.
Yeah, well, I don't know about it. Well, it was a good deal, but it's delivered today sometime between 11 and 3.
Okay.
So I can't wait.
That's exciting
I can't
news.
wait.
Now, do you have to wait until Christmas to break it out?
No, we're putting that sucker in.
Oh, okay, good.
That thing's going up tonight.
That is good.
I was hoping for it to arrive before yesterday's Spurs game.
Oh, okay.
It didn't.
I thought you meant before the Broncos and
Which
Commanders
I would
game.
like to have seen that orange pop on Sunday.
Oof.
But no, I didn't get to see that.
No, yeah, you didn't miss out. All right, let's talk about college football. Let's start with the game in Austin.
Good game.
It was a good game.
It was a well played football game on Texas's part. They're peaking.
They do look like a different team than they were early in the season, and a lot of it has to do with Arch Manning.
Yeah, they're peaking. Arch is playing better.
He's finally turning into what he was supposed to be all season.
He still leads with his legs. His legs are still the most dominating part of his game. His arms catching up. But for me, Arch was Arch. For me, as an Aggie watching that Longhorn defense. That's a defense, man. I mean, those guys get to the ball. They're not a pressure defense, but they get to the ball and the guys are covered. And they hit you. That's a tough defense.
It is. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is, I mean, Texas has not run the ball well all year long, and they ran at will.
They did, and it wasn't. There was
Friday.
A couple of gash plays that really hurt the Aggies, and this has nothing to do with Arch in the broken third down runs and those. I'm talking about the 45-yard run late in the game. I think a lot of that was kind of bend but don't break defense because the A&M wasn't without. But the gash plays just killed them. It was heartbreaking just to allow Texas to do something that you didn't think they were going to be able to do. And I guess that's what it was going to take for Texas to win. But it showed again that A&M's run defense has been suspect all year. And finally they ran into a team that was hot, an offensive line that played better than A&M certainly expected. I don't think they thought it was going to be as difficult as it was, especially those ends, because they were taken out of the game. It was just a well-played football game. I hold no ill will. I hate that it happened, but to say that you went into Texas and lost to that team, in hindsight, ain't an embarrassment. I mean, you lost to a very good football team on the road, and it took 3 interceptions in a hard-fought fourth quarter to have it happen.
That was the other thing. Ball security.
Oh God,
just went to the wayside.
And I'm not going to jump off the Marcel wagon, but I think we know exactly what Marcel is now, and we can look in hindsight, and there's a lot of things you go, yeah, now it makes a little bit of sense. I mean, yeah.
I did a couple hits, like radio hits. Anytime there's a big game in Texas, I'll get calls from other stations to hop on and talk about the game. And one of the things that I kept talking about last week was, go put Arch Manning's numbers right next to Marcel Reed's numbers. They're the same guy this year. Like it wasn't that way all along. It's Marcel started hot and Arch started terribly, but now we got to this point, and they're the same guy.
They are. And one of the problems that Texas is going to run into this week is they're better than their record says. They are. I mean, they're better than any other 3-loss team. That's without hesitation.
And they're probably better than a lot of 2-loss teams.
No, they are. But the problem they ran into is I think most of the voters looked at A&M and were looking for a reason to knock them down a bit because, and I'm not being, battered Aggie here, because you look at who A&M beat, and it was the bottom half of the SEC. Yeah. So anybody who was paying attention was like, yeah, you keep winning, I'm not going to knock you down. But the moment you lose to a lesser, especially a 3-loss team, you're going to fall. And to fall from 3rd to 7th, most teams wouldn't fall that far. But I do think the voters did the math and looked at this and go, yeah, I mean, it was no disgrace to lose it to Texas at home because Texas is playing better. But because they had beaten the lower half, I don't think Texas is going to get the credit they probably deserve for beating what was the 3rd-ranked team in the country. And I don't. You could tell by the AP vote they just didn't jump far enough, and A&M fell so far that you could tell that they're not giving a lot of respect to A&M.
Yeah.
You know, that South Carolina comeback, while miraculous, put a bad taste in a lot of voters' mouths.
No, I think you're right.
And I think that combined with the Texas loss and the way they lost, because I do think in the back of everybody's mind there was the Marcel he got real lucky twice this year. He got real lucky against Notre Dame and he got real lucky against South Carolina. So can that defense protect him again? And they didn't. And because they didn't, they fell. And I think because of that, Texas probably isn't going to go to the tournament.
No, they're not. I don't think they will. But I do think there's a discussion to be had about whether or not they should. We'll do that on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As folks head home from the long extended Thanksgiving holiday, expect sluggish conditions heading into the airport. Airport southbound terminal to 410, that is rolling heavy and slowly northbound. Airport Boulevard from 410 to South Terminal. Right now it's a 17-minute ride, 1604 westbound I-10 as you make your way on over to 281. 35 northbound, 1604 up to FM 1103, 6-8-minute ride. And on 281 southbound, 1604 on down to Wurzbach Parkway, about 5 minutes. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
There's one name in roofing that stands high above the rest: Stevens Roofing. A quality roof overhead by Stevens Roofing means comfort, confidence, and peace of mind. It's protection for all the things you love. And during this holiday season, Stevens Roofing would like to thank all the first responders and military service members for the protection and peace of mind they provide. So for all your roofing needs, commercial or residential, remember Stevens Roofing. Online at stevensroofing.net. Happy holidays from Stevens Roofing.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
The NBA season's rolling, and DraftKings' newest game, Pick 6, is the easiest way to play for your shot at big wins. NBA stars are lighting it up. Now their numbers aren't just highlights, they're your shot to cash in. Here's how it works. Just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats. The better your picks, the bigger your payout. New DraftKings customers get $50 in Pick 6 credits with just a $5 entry on your first pick set. Don't just watch basketball. Pick, play, cash in. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code KTFM. That's code KTFM. Play just $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Make the call. Ride the upside in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos. Limited time offer.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets a Duralast battery.
Have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Cyber Monday starts now at Macy's. That means all new deals are here, in-store and online. Like huge savings on boots and shoes from Steve Madden, Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, and more. Plus, exclusives you'll only find at Macy's, like 60 to 65% off Charter Club and Hotel Collection bedding. Plus, Club Room and Style & Co. sweaters for $29.99 and under. But hurry, these Cyber Monday deals won't last long. Shop now and save big at Macy's. Savings off select styles. Exclusions apply.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. You'll find exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 50% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Have a great Thanksgiving weekend, everybody. The Blitz, we're off until Monday.
And when we return Monday, all the reaction from a great NFL weekend and all the college football rivalry games.
And the latest on what's going on with the San Antonio Spurs.
The Blitz, Monday at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports.
Hey now, good morning, everybody. Rob and AJ on a Monday in December. Look at us, December.
In a hoodie.
Oh.
Hoodied out. I expect a lot of the Han Solo look today.
What's the Han Solo?
The ladies' Han Solo look. Leggings, boots to the knee.
Oh, yes.
Some sort of white something turtleneck shirt.
No, I think you're probably right.
The Han Solo look should be in full force today. The force be with you.
Or the Wookiee look.
Well,
you never know.
Those are the ones
depending on the gal.
Aren't currently dating, or maybe
Yes.
this kind of the earthy type.
The big question now after that Texas A&M game is, will Texas and should Texas get into the college football playoff? And when you hear, I guess you've got this sound, huh, Edwin, of Sark? Yeah, here we go. Here's Sark after the game talking about making his case for Texas.
But I think more importantly, it's the message that what do we want to send to the head coaches and the athletic directors around the country? Do you want us not to schedule Ohio State? Because if we're a 10-2 team right now, this isn't a discussion. We're in the playoff. But we were willing to go up there and play that game. And so now when you play 5 top 10 ranked teams in the regular season and you go 3-2, you beat 3 of them, and you schedule an Ohio State out of conference play, I surely don't think we want to punish us to do that. Because what are we all going to do? We're all going to get out of those games. Just like a lot of other teams in the country have done. And they've got nice, pretty records right now. But they weren't willing to go play these games out of conference. We're willing to go play those games. I just hope we don't get punished for doing that. And this whole idea that, hey, well, you lost to Florida. Well, the team that played for the national championship last year lost to Northern Illinois at home. So we're not going to punish us, and you don't want to punish
lose
them.
3
But
games,
they were good enough to go play for a national title. So I have no doubt in my mind that the team we have in that locker room downstairs is a playoff football team and worthy of an opportunity to play for a national championship.
I think everything you said is true.
Listen, man, I've said this all along. I don't want 3 lost teams playing for the national title.
It's just unfortunate, yeah.
Do I think Texas is one of the 12 best teams? Yes, and it's
Without
not even
doubt.
really close.
Yeah.
But that's not the way this playoff is set up. And first of all, let me outside of the Texas thing, the best thing that can happen in my mind is Duke wins the ACC and the ACC doesn't get a team in the playoff.
Imagine that's a very difficult precedent to start this thing out with. Now, I'm with you. I'm not saying it shouldn't happen, but if I'm a voter and these guys that understand we're the learned types and we want it hard to turn a battleship. We don't want to do rash things. If you do this, you set a precedent that's going to be hard to overlook in the future, and maybe that's the best thing for it.
I'm glad because I want us to stop talking about the Power 4 because the ACC and the Big 12 they're not in the same category as the Big 10 and the SEC. They're just not. So, like, the sooner the rest of the world figures that out, the better.
Well, I agree with you unless you're part of the Big 12 and the ACC.
Oh, yeah, you don't want that.
This is worst-case scenario for us. And how can we ever get to that level if you're not going to allow us at least a little bit of rope as we get things started? Because I think you can see, like, especially in the Big 12 with Tech. Tech has taken the mantle of this is the modern college football. We got a billionaire with a great parking spot and that's willing to buy a football team, and they're trying to buy their way in. And how can their argument would be, how can we ever match up if we don't get the same kind of credit for the games we're playing in a conference that might not be as tough, but sum total, I think they can get a play. I agree with you. I want the top 12 teams in. And, but sadly, that's never going to be the case.
When you guys when you've got James Madison and Tulane both in the playoff and Texas and Miami sitting at home.
And I think there are probably 3 or 4 other schools that are not going to get in that would have a viable argument over Tulane or Virginia. Oh, we lost our count.
Oh, no.
Virginia or whoever might sneak their way in. I get that collegiate aspect of it. And I think at the end of the day, we're going to come up with a reason to expand it yet again because Texas won't get in. And there'll be like Miami probably won't get in either. And those that look at the number of just eyes that won't be on a TV screen because those 2 teams aren't there, and those are both national brands. I can't imagine that those that are paying for it, the TV networks, aren't going to be the first ones in line. Go, no, this has got to get bigger. We got to get it bigger. Going to have to add at least 4 more teams. Going to have to do it
because now instead of if you had the top 12, you'd have probably A&M versus Miami in round 1, and you'd probably have Oregon versus Texas.
Can you imagine?
And instead, you'll have Oregon versus Tulane and A&M versus Virginia,
or SMU,
or James Madison,
or James Madison, which that's not that is the Poulan Weed Eater Bowl. That's not a playoff game.
That's what
I mean?
This is what they chose,
right?
I get Sark's argument because they did go out of their way to play the best team like that, and I don't want to lose those opportunities. I don't want to lose out. We had number 1 versus number 2 to start the season.
And that's not going to go anywhere. Every year coaches say this.
There's a lot of money. There's a lot of money attached to playing that game.
And they got paid they got a nice healthy check for that game. Every year there's the guy, well, if you're going to do this, it's going to make me schedule lighter. No, it's not. No, it's not. You're going to have to schedule big time games. That's who you are. You're Texas, and you're going to continue to do it because there's a lot of money in those games. You know, there's a little bit of bonus cash when you travel to Ohio State. So, no, that's not going to go away, and your argument doesn't hold water. That part doesn't. But I do think just the merits of coming through the SEC are enough, and losing to Florida, while it's going to be at the end of the day, when and if Texas doesn't get in, it'll be because of that. There's no shame in when they beat them and when they lost. That was a team that was still kind of figuring it out. And there's 12 guys on that Florida roster that are going to be playing on Sundays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no shame.
It's still a
in that.
4-win football team.
You're right.
I mean,
but that's part of the SEC, and that's why you should get as much credit for beating a bad team or losing to a bad team as you do when you beat a team. Or lose to a team at home or away that you chose to. I don't see a difference. Just win those games. They're a top 10 team. They're a top 8 team. There's nobody going to argue that, but every year teams get lost. That's been part of the gig, and that's why we've slowly changed this thing. That argument's going to stick until the end of the season. I don't know what you do with Mississippi now. I don't know what you do with Ole Miss. I saw a Florida State team get left out of a smaller playoff because they didn't have their quarterback. You know, and I saw them just, nope, you don't get to play. So when you lose your primary strategist, when you lose the offensive mind that got you, what do you do with Ole Miss?
Not only that, but you're probably, losing the majority of the offensive staff. Which
all those dudes.
We've got a big discussion to have about Lane Kiffin.
While Texas ain't going to get in, I could see an argument where, sorry, Ole Miss, the precedent's been set that if you're not the team we thought you were at the end of the season, you know, if you don't have your best dude, whether that be coach or player, what's the penalty? We saw Florida State get left out.
Yeah. No, I don't think. Whatever. We've got 12 spots, and even without Lane Kiffin, it's hard to argue that Ole Miss is an 11 and 1. Oh, yeah, they're going to fall.
And if they do fall that far, who jumps them and who doesn't get to go because Ole Miss didn't fall all the way out? This is one of those another precedent kind of setting things that I don't know how you handle.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that one. It is going to be a very awkward conversation, I'm guessing, that they're going to have. So, this is something. It's something that hasn't happened before. My guess is it'll be happening again,
probably,
because this is not the last time that a coach is going to bail,
unless they come up with some kind of fix. Which there's a lot of moving parts to this, but I can't imagine the situation that and I use this term with quotes because they're not, but the kids find themselves, because this is what a devastating kind of a week they dealt with, because not only did they get the win, they get the in-state rivalry, they get the Egg Bowl, they get all that stuff, but even with the win, you know there were guys walking off that field knew
oh yeah,
their coach wasn't coming back.
Yep. Let me ask you this one. Alabama sits at 10-2.
Yep.
If they lose to Georgia in the SEC championship, and they have 3 losses.
Yeah, but I don't think you should be penalized for a loss in your conference championship game. I think that is an extracurricular activity.
I disagree.
You're right.
Because I don't want BYU to lose to Texas Tech and still be in the playoff. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. But I think there are some teams that are more equal than others. And I do think if you make it to the Big Ten or the SEC title game, it shouldn't knock you down more than a spot or two. It shouldn't, like right now, if Indiana were to lose to Ohio State or vice versa, I don't think either one of those teams should lose their bye week. Should lose a bye week. I think that you do get penalized. Maybe go from 1 to 4 or 2 to 4, and you play a tougher team. But I don't think you should lose your bye week. Now, the SEC is an interesting one because we've got these 4 teams that are all kind of intermingled with shared conference losses. I don't know what the hell you do with this one. But I don't think you should be losing your conference championship game shouldn't knock you out of the playoff. It might knock you from a bye week where you are kind of on the edge anyway to having to play that first week. But I can't imagine going into a conference title game and then losing that and then losing your spot to a team that wasn't even in the title game with the same record.
It's happened before.
I know it, but I don't agree with that. I don't think you should suffer for making your conference championship game. I think at the end of the day, that's where it should be. Now, again, do we want the 12 best teams?
Yeah.
If that's what we want, then
But that's not. But what we want and what it's set up to be is not the same thing.
So, and what it's set up to be is it, quite frankly, shouldn't harm you. It shouldn't be strategery in whether you go to your conference championship game. It really shouldn't be. But the way that the setup is, and the way that they're going to continue, and the way we like it, the Game of Thrones idea that sometimes you might not necessarily want to go to your title game. If you want to go win a national championship.
We talked about that for Texas. It wasn't. Texas A&M losing to Texas wasn't the worst thing that could have happened to Texas A&M.
In the grand scheme, in the Game of Thrones part of football, no, it's ideal. Get a bye week, get guys healthy.
You don't get an SEC championship, but
and then you get a home game.
Who cares?
Then you get a home playoff game. Everybody in town's overjoyed
against probably the worst team that's going to make the playoff.
So,
big deal.
Yeah, you kind of look at it that way, and I don't think that's what they want that to be. You know, I in the idyllic world of what we think college football should be, where everything's about the best and we strive for that. I'm not sure that's what they want, but it certainly does pay the bills. So I don't think it's going to change.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the rest of the results from around college football this weekend, what mattered and what put teams in place to either get in or not get in this playoff. We'll do that next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
All right. Good morning, everybody. It's funny, we didn't even, I guess we are in the great state of Texas, so it's not at top of mind, but Ryan Day did get the monkey off his back.
It was a good one. I'll tell you what, that was a tough win.
Yeah, 27-9. And I could tell you when Michigan started settling for field goals early, I said, that ain't going to work.
But the fact that they jumped out on them, I mean, this was
they gave
them every for 8 minutes. You had, seriously, you had to kind of question Ohio State's, their want to. And they proved a lot to me. That was a hell of a win.
Other teams that needed to win and got it this weekend, Texas Tech mollywhopped West Virginia.
How good are they?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Welcome to the Big 12. We're going to find out come playoff time. I think their defense is very good. I mean, they put up 49 points, and so obviously that's pretty good too, but their defense has been consistently great. Oregon beats Washington 26-14. Washington had so many chances to take that game and just crap their pants. I'm not a buyer on Oregon. I know.
I love their quarterback. I think their quarterback is going to be a very good Sunday quarterback.
Probably.
He's a shot maker. The thing that struck me about that game, and I watched a lot of it just because it was a very entertaining game, is the fact that those two teams aren't playing for their own conference championship on the West Coast, because they are still West Coast teams. That was Pac-12 football, man. It was. That was two Pac-12.
No. Texas State is Pac-12 football.
Can you imagine? That's what that was. But to sit back and watch that and think, this was to see who gets to play third place in the Big Ten. You know, like, man, this is just wrong. And just that of all the games of the rivalry weekend just didn't fit.
Yeah, no, you're right. Oklahoma 17, LSU 13. LSU put up a fight, and Oklahoma struggled offensively, but it got the job done and punched their ticket, I think, to the tournament as well. As did Notre Dame, a 49-20 win over Stanford that wasn't as close as the final score suggests. A game that got real close for a minute, Alabama and Auburn. Felt like it was going to be an Alabama a roll tide, but then it got real close. Alabama ekes it out, and I told you, man, that's that Iron Bowl, man. It's crazy stuff happens.
It was everything you could have hoped for if you're a Bama fan. You got a little nervous, but you saw why you're that good to win a football game.
Central Florida jumps out to a 14-0 lead over BYU. They lose 41-21 to BYU. So BYU 41-7 run. That'll usually get the job done. Miami blows out Pitt on the road, which was an impressive showing. I didn't think they were going to do that.
It was cold. They played good football.
Yeah, everything was stacked against them. They did it. Vanderbilt beat the snot out of Tennessee.
Okay, what in the realm of what rivalry games do in states, and having lived in Nashville and seeing that, what does that mean in Tennessee? Nothing. Does Tennessee fans just go home
they're whatever. There's more Tennessee fans at the Vandy games than there are Vandy fans.
I mean, so as Vandy fan, like I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
But they probably got a big head right now.
Right now, they walk in the state like
this is like the Art Briles Baylor teams. Like, look at us.
That's the best way I can think of it. The Art Briles Baylor team.
And Cal beats SMU.
Golly,
SMU loses on a missed field goal to tie the game. Should have never let themselves get in that position, though. SMU, this was basically a playoff game.
It was. I can't believe they blew it.
SMU would be more than a touchdown favorite this weekend to go to the national title game. They lose as 14-point road underdogs to Cal, a team that fired their coach.
God, they were so close. I mean, it was right there.
You had it. Losers. All right, we got 3 hours more of programming to go. We got to start talking some NFL, and specifically, I haven't gotten Rob's thoughts on Vaquero de Dallas. Here they come, Bubba. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
December football is great. It's a lot more fun, too, when you're playing along on Underdog. The best place to get in on all the action, make your picks, and win money right now in Texas. Jason Minix here from The Blitz. I love playing on Underdog. All you have to do is pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receiving yards, touchdowns, and more. Right now, if you're not taking higher on George Pickens' receiving yards, you're doing it wrong. If you look at Dak Prescott, Brandon Aubrey, get your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Sign up with promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play-and-get-terms_DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like fences. A house with a big yard and a white picket fence was always the dream. But then you saw the price to install a fence and you're wondering if the color is driving the price up. Nobody ever dreams of a beige or a gray picket fence, right? So maybe those fences are cheaper. But no, they're not. Then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds and make all your dreams of a fence come true. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working an accident on the northeast side at Rittiman between all over Seguin Road. This accident involving 2 vehicles near the railroad track, so it did force that train to have to stop. 1604 eastbound Judson Road, far north side. That's a disabled vehicle now off to the shoulder. A little bit of a delay from Bulverde Road. And again, if you are headed towards the airport this morning, Airport Boulevard, northbound, southbound 410 to Terminal, rolling heavy at this time. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys are firmly back in the playoff hunt at 6-5-1 after beating the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, and now have a date with the Lions coming up on Thursday. Houston Texans have won 4 straight after a 20-16 win over the Colts, climbing to within a game of the top of the AFC South. In college football, the Texas Longhorns are keeping their slim playoff hopes alive, upsetting number 3 Texas A&M over the weekend. We'll see if it was enough on Tuesday when the latest college football rankings come out. LSU has its new coach as Ole Miss now needs a new one. Lane Kiffin taking the Tigers' job. Ole Miss will not allow him to finish potential playoff run. In the NBA, the Spurs fell to the Timberwolves 125-112, paced by De'Aaron Fox's 25 points. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, folks. 7:03 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. How we doing? Good to be back after a long weekend. Rested and revived.
4 fun-filled days with family.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You got Christmas decorations up?
Oh, yes.
They're up.
When you say do you, like, I've got there at my house. I didn't put anything up.
I went yesterday. We went to the storage unit to get everything, and there was about, 17 cars lined up, all of us getting trees and stuff out. All dudes kind of bitching, kind of like, man, football's on.
Yeah, I did. I made a run to Home Depot. I told my wife, if you want me to go to Home Depot, I need to go now because I want to go before the Bills game starts. And she gave me a list, and I made a quick run, got some lights, and she's back at it. She's doing all that stuff.
I think the cold weather kicked everything into high gear.
It did. Yeah. Yesterday was remarkably cold. Like,
you were due.
And it was so windy that yesterday morning when I went to let my dogs out, they ran out the door and said, they turned around and looked at me like, what are you trying to put us in?
I'm always like, I'm going to remember this.
Yeah.
I'm going to remember this next time you're whining at the door that the weather's not perfect. You're not going out. All right, I'll not forget.
All right. The Dallas Cowboys got the win over the Chiefs, 31-28.
It looked good on paper.
I mean,
it looked. They beat the Chiefs.
The Cowboys have a better record than the Chiefs now.
The reason is the Chiefs suck. The Chiefs are not a good football team. They have a great quarterback who's capable of lifting them up and beating anybody at any given time. But man for man, they're not a very good football team. They looked old. They looked slow.
You could say that about a lot of teams. I mean, you could say that about Buffalo. They've got a special player that keeps them in games.
They've got more than just one special player. You had a playmaker in Bosa. You had a running back go get 150.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a full football team. Kansas City's got one great player and 3 or 4 really good ones. And if that one great player and those 3 or 4 really good all play great at the same time, they have a fighting chance. It used to assure them of a win. Now that just gives them a fighting chance. And on the road, in a time schedule, in a time crunch that they're not accustomed to, but Dallas is, those are the kind of games that you expect Dallas to win. And it was still difficult. It wasn't easy, but they didn't beat a very good team.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to give too much to what they did. They played a Thursday home game in front of about a 50-50 crowd and beat a team that's descending. The Kansas City is not a playoff team.
Probably not.
And whether that by merit or by record, you could argue, but that didn't look like a playoff team to me. And I'm not denigrating what Dallas did. That was a desperate playoff game win. And it was a hard-hitting football game because Kansas City knew the same thing. That was a playoff game for them too. They came in and did all they could. There just isn't a lot there to do it with.
Well, now we get to maybe the most important game of the season for the Dallas Cowboys.
It'll be escalating. We're going up with every win. The next game will be the most important until they lose.
But this one is very important because
this is the team that they're
just
even with.
ahead of you in the standings, and a team that was thought, much like the Chiefs and the Eagles the last couple of weeks, a team that was thought up very highly coming into the season.
Yeah.
You're probably catching them at the right time.
They are.
And that's sort of the other thing that's maybe under talked about is while, the Chiefs aren't what we probably thought they were. The Eagles are not as good as they're not playing as well as we thought they'd be playing right now. The Cowboys, though, are peaking right now.
Yeah,
the Cowboys are playing their best football right now. And if they go on a sweep of Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, I don't care how good those teams are at that moment. At the end of the year, that's going to be 3 quality wins. And if the Cowboys get this win over the Lions, they're in it.
I'm not going to argue, but dollar values are doubling. And on the good side of things, there's a cancer in Detroit. I said it last week. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just, the ramifications of losing their coordinators coming to fruition.
Yeah. Dan Campbell shouldn't be calling the offense.
It just doesn't look right. Even though they looked okay this weekend, it doesn't look right. So, they're catching – I just, as a Cowboy fan, I'm just not sure how sustainable they can be winning because it's literally they have to win out. There's no room for error. And I wonder where they're going to trip and fall. Now, given that they have to win out, every team that they're going to have to play, it looks a whole lot better on a Monday than it did last Wednesday when we last talked. So, it looks better. But seriously, Cowboy fan out there, in the Brigade Bar out there, do you truly believe that this team is capable of winning what it would have to be 6 straight games? 7 straight games?
7.
That's a hell of a run, and if they are, then they deserve every fruit that they can reach, but I just don't think they can do it.
Well, if they win this one, it certainly becomes a real possibility because I guess it would be 8 straight games is what they'd have to win.
8 straight. I just
and I think if they win 7 out of those 8, then there's still a possibility. But after this Lions game, home Vikings,
which right now looks like
it's almost a free square.
Yeah.
Home Chargers,
tougher than it may be, but that's still
a winnable game.
They can certainly outscore them.
And then at Washington, at the Giants.
Again, all of that looks great. This is still a team that has some deep flaws. That their defense, while improved, still isn't all that good. Getting Diggs back might help, I assume. Getting safeties healthy might help but at the end of the day, I just can't see an 8 consecutive win team. Even though that was a good win over the weekend, I look at it and I hate to equate the two, but it's kind of like A&M. You're beating some bad teams. You're not beating good teams. The good teams are beating you. You're hanging on for dear life and coming back against teams that aren't as good or equal to you. I'll give you that. And Kansas City, that was a playoff game. You got more than your standard from a team that certainly knows how to win. Maybe that's the biggest takeaway. Now, the Detroit game on Thursday, what a huge, huge game. It's as big a playoff game as they've had since the last playoff games, and it continues to escalate. I find it very interesting that the NFL did both Detroit and Dallas a favor by playing each other and giving them this equal time to prepare.
And essentially giving them both a long week.
Right. So I think
this.
that they certainly set things up for a Detroit team to kind of figure out who they are going to be for the next couple of years. This is one of the, if they get knocked out now, I don't know what Detroit does about, they have this kind of kind of transcendental moment. I don't know where they're going because I think that they see what I see, that this team is flawed and there's too much talent sitting there for this to kind of fritter away. That this is a team that should be contending for Super Bowls, and they're not.
Yeah.
So right now you got them while they're down, and you could really change the Detroit trajectory if you beat them on Thursday night. I think it's possible. I don't think it's probable, though.
What in your mind went right for Dallas in that Chiefs win? What do you think they did that's
the thing
that's repeatable, I should say?
Well, CeeDee Lamb, when he catches footballs, the Cowboys are good.
Yeah.
When he doesn't, they're not. The
I thought
biggest
maybe the best thing was they protected Dak.
They protected Dak. They ran appropriately, not well. The biggest play of the game was a Cavante Turpin fumble recovery. I mean, think about what could have happened there. So they did some things good, but that wasn't a stellar performance.
No, it was a lot of penalties on the Chiefs. It was
you complete the ball, 12 balls to CD. Most of the times you're going to win.
Yeah, I tend to agree. CD played better than he's played in a while. They were really good on third downs, which
I don't think we should forget about. The third down conversion rate, and that goes to shoddy and play calling. It really does.
And at the end of the day, if I told you that Patrick Mahomes is going to go in and throw 4 touchdowns and no picks, those are games you lose. And they found a way to do it, man. I was thoroughly impressed with the Cowboys. Whatever you think of the Chiefs, I say this all the time, man. Chiefs aren't dead until there's dirt covering all of them. And then I kind of like some concrete and everything else to be poured on top of them.
Now, I will jump on a train. I will be much more optimistic on Friday morning if the Cowboys take care of business on Thursday. I mean, then things look a whole lot different, but then it could get really dark if they don't.
If they don't, then the season's on life support.
Yeah.
But this is that's why I think this is the biggest game of the season, because you're going up against a peer. You're going up against another team that's in full desperation mode, currently outside the playoff window, looking to get in, and a team that had way higher expectations than Dallas did.
Far bigger letdown, no doubt. Far bigger letdown than when the Cowboys are.
So, and then when you look at the NFC, the NFC's so odd. Like, there's some really good teams in the NFC, and then there's some teams with really good records that I just don't have any kind of faith in.
Chicago.
Oh, my God. The Bears are the 1 seed in the NFC right now?
I watched that game, and what I had failed to realize over this season is Chicago realizes. What's Chicago's head coach's name? He knows that he doesn't have much in Caleb. He knows. This is a team closer to the 85 Bears in their mentality than the last time they went to the playoffs mentality.
Ben Johnson.
Yeah, Ben Johnson. This is a defense, hit you hard. Don't let the quarterback screw things up. Go just play vanilla kind of football and let the land and let the team and let the turnovers take care of themselves, and they're riding that wave of we get every turnover.
Oh, yeah, that'll last forever.
Well, it will for a season. I mean, for a year, and it does. Those things tend to last for an entire year. Ask Cowboy fan.
I know.
We had a couple of years where, my God, we wouldn't have been anywhere but for turnovers, and Chicago is doing that. And they're doing it not because Caleb's this future. They realize Ben Johnson knows exactly what he's got. Caleb doesn't have to do much, man. They don't put him in tough situations.
Well, also, when you face the run of quarterbacks that they have faced in the last 10 games, your defense will look good.
And they do. They turn over.
J.J. McCarthy's and Jackson Darts and Tyler Shucks and, it's –
if you look at Chicago and you take away the Caleb whatever he is, you just take that out of the equation and look at what they really are.
I mean, they're
an
really well.
old-school Chicago football team.
Yeah, between Swift and Monangai, they run the ball well. I can't buy into this.
I watched 4 quarters of it.
It's so absurd.
And it struck me. Wait a minute. Caleb, every now and then he throws one downfield. It's like the OC knows he's going to pout if I don't let him do this. But he doesn't have to do much. He's always in like 3rd or 5 and less because they can run the ball. So he's very rarely in that 3rd and long, got to make a great throw. And when he does have to, they take their losses. They punt the ball. They don't do anything stupid. They've protected Caleb far more than I thought they did. This is him under direct control, like do not throw the ball if you're not sure kind of stuff. Yeah. I didn't realize how constrained he really is in that offense, but he is.
The two guys directly in front of Caleb Williams in QBR this year, Marcus Mariota and Michael Penix Jr. And that team is 9-3
because they turn you over and they don't do anything stupid, and they got a quarterback that's more than able to do a lot of stupid stuff. And
they're not giving the ball away.
And Ben Johnson is doing a good job of protecting him. It's not Caleb is this next coming. It's not that at all. A lot of guys would be 9-3 on that team right now.
By the way, leading the league in QBR this year, Dakota Prescott.
It just goes to show that it's a hollow stat, but there is some merit to it.
I don't think it's a hollow stat. I think it is a real, and I mean, I think it goes to show that, team success isn't always derived from great quarterback play,
True.
But it's usually a pretty good indicator. And Dak has been phenomenal this year.
Yeah,
when they've lost it rarely has it been Dak's fault.
I think because of the career he's had, that he falls into, well, there he goes regressing to the mean. We know who Dak is. And anything above that is, wow, he's really playing great, but that's not really him.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people have just kind of accepted that fact, even though you're right, the QBR is spectacular, and I can't imagine if it was any lower what this team would really look like because of how well he's played, especially under the duress he's dealt with. But I don't think that is really representative of the year that he's had. He's had better years.
All right, I want to talk about we're going to get into the rest of the NFL a little bit later on. I really want to dig into this Lane Kiffin thing. I think there's a lot of meat on this bone, a lot of directions we can go with this. So we'll talk Lane Kiffin and his decision to leave Ole Miss on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Dr. Jacob Torres and the Institute for Functional Health have been part of my life for the last 10 years or so. And as you come off a big old weekend of just eating about anything you wanted, any time you wanted, everybody starts to worry, how are we going to make it to the first of the year without putting on 15 pounds? Well, it's doable. I'll tell you, it's doable, but you got to start and you got to stay with it. And one of the great things about Dr. Torres and the plans is he puts together programs that you can stay with, that you can live with, even in the most difficult times to diet, like over the next month. So if you are pushing some weight, you're not really comfortable with how you feel, and you want to get through this year, you can make it through and survive. Trust me, I've done it for the last decade. You can have a wonderful holiday season, not eat everything you want, but eat enough to where you're comfortable and still not put any weight on. But you got to start first. That's the most difficult thing, right? So the first step should be call Dr. Torres and let him explain to you, let him give you the elevator pitch as to why he's been so successful. And then let him show you some before and after pictures. Look at mine. And let him tell you exactly how you'll start feeling sooner than you think, that you'll get more energy, and it makes it easier to lose weight when you have more energy. And suddenly it becomes this self-sustaining thing, right? So now's the time to make the call. Write this number down. It's 210-468-1891. His website is iffhealth.com. Listen to me. If it's time to lose weight, don't put it off one more day, because you can get started on a program that you can live with from now on. And that's the Institute for Functional Health. Call Dr. Torres today. Change your life. And when you do, come on by and thank me later.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The PorkRinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG-DMG pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at H-E-B.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and respect. A firm backed by a track record of success and commitment to our clients. If you've been injured, trust Thomas J. Henry, San Antonio, Texas.
Listen up, San Antonio. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can get college credit for the stripes you've earned. Turn your military rank into college credit to save time and money on an online degree. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu/SATX.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When you switch to Progressive and bundle your home and auto, you could save hundreds, and that's a surprising amount of money.
Whoa, that's like farmer's market money.
That's like give me a gallon of that locally sourced raw honey money.
That's certified organic heirloom tomatoes in every imaginable color except red money.
That's let's get 2 pounds of pink oyster mushrooms money. I'm not even sure I like pink oyster mushrooms.
Guess it's time to find out, because you could save hundreds when you switch to Progressive and bundle. Then the world is your pink oyster mushroom. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Stay warm and save money this winter with a heater tune-up from Right Home Services. Their expert techs make sure your system runs efficiently and safely. Call 210-444-0000 or visit righthomeservices.com. Get it done right.
The right stuff.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. The new center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone, too, for my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family. Drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile! The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on essentials for well-qualified customers. Auto-pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge credits ending balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I'm a good for a Vegas guy for about a 48-hour Vegas guy, and then I gotta.
That's the right amount of time.
Yeah, he's aged appropriately.
That's the right amount of time. I'll tell you what, there's a show sounded awesome. I wouldn't recommend it though. Thunder from Down Under.
Yeah,
I
you
went
might
in there.
enjoy that.
It sounded awesome at first, and then it was not what I thought it was going to be.
I mean, I might go there to scout. You know,
Yeah, you might find
a tight end.
I'll say this: there's a run stopper there. I saw a guy in a 3-point stance with both his hands on his hips. I don't know how this happened, but I saw that. Coach.
Oh man,
why were you in there?
I told you I wasn't in the wrong place.
I needed the laughter. Hey, I needed the laughter today, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Seriously.
Coach.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime.
I think we need to decorate our studio.
What do you mean?
I think we need some Christmas lights.
Okay.
A Festivus tree.
What do you think, Kitty?
Yeah, I think KBB deserves a
happy holiday?
little happy holiday nook.
I agree. Couldn't agree more, Rob. Couldn't
Put
agree
some
more.
lights up over the next couple of days.
Hey, let's give away some Queensryche tickets. Oh, yes, Queensryche. Who doesn't want to go see them? You said you went to the thing in Seattle, the EMP.
Is it still called the EMP?
I don't think so, but it is. That's an awesome place. I don't know what they call it now. When I went, it was called the EMP. I've been twice.
Silent Lucidity. That's the name of the record.
Yeah.
Liquid Salinity.
Very, very cool spot. You want to go see Queensryche? They have a big Queensryche display at that
I guess they're a
museum
big Seattle
in
band.
Seattle.
I guess.
Yeah. You win a pair of tickets to go see Queensryche live December 13th at the Aztec Theater. If you don't win your tickets, you can always get them at livenation.com. But let's go with caller number 5. And while I've got you here, join the Blitz live from the Roo Pub. Jason and Joe getting you ready for Thursday Night Football between the Cowboys and the Lions. No better place to get ready for and watch the Cowboys than the Roo Pub. 200-inch TV screens.
Oh, yeah. I was there on Friday for the Aggie game. So
was Jason there?
Yeah, they showed up.
Did you guys wear different colors?
He was all adorned in his funny-looking dead cow clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And celebrated in my face.
Oh, what a guy.
Yeah, he right there. Everybody just celebrated all around us.
Just suck the whole,
like
Rob.
nobody
What
even,
yeah, no.
the funny thing is, Chip, the guy that owns it, he's Aggie, so it's kind of an Aggie bar.
Yeah.
So the Texas fan, there weren't very many of them, but they certainly made up for it.
And then
they were certainly proud.
Jason, the very next day, shows up at the UTSA game wearing all Roadrunner stuff. Jason's he's
fluid.
He's very, yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong with
a lot of
for your
fluidity.
hometown team. And to his credit, he's not a bandwagon fan. He's been a Texas guy as long as I've known him. So
okay,
I don't hold him any ill will. He's not a T-shirt fan. He's been there through thick and thin.
Yeah, it is hard times sometimes. I mean, there's been some rough patches.
So I accept
People
the
forget.
celebration. It sucked as Aggie, but I've been here before. If anybody's built up some scars, it's me. I feel bad for Ole Miss fan today.
Well, let's talk about that. Lane Kiffin leaves Ole Miss. He's headed to LSU. Let's talk about the biggest part of this story first, because Lane Kiffin, part of the holdup was Lane Kiffin wanted to stay and coach through this season, which, first of all, I mean, I'm surprised LSU would even allow that to happen, but the fact that Lane Kiffin wanted to do it, it brought up the question of, would you let him if you were Ole Miss? And I don't know what the right answer is, because you're Ole Miss. You're right now in the midst of the best run you've ever had as a program. Ever.
Yeah, and not just this year, last several years, the number of NFL guys, the wins at home, the gate receipts. This is the best this program has ever been.
And will you ever be back? I don't know.
Yeah,
you're a mid-level SEC program.
Once every 10 years, you're going to be a very highly competitive team, as are most of the SEC teams, but for the top 4 or 5. And I think there's a pecking order to it. And what this does do is, if Mississippi was ever going to be in a position to overcome this, to become something else, it would have taken a coach like him to be there, for Kiffin to be there. He would have had to have stayed for them to maybe elevate themselves to a destination. This is the last job I'll ever take kind of gig until I get fired. But once he decided to leave, that's why Ole Miss will always be Ole Miss, because they can't keep coaches there, because there's always bigger guns elsewhere. No matter what conference you're in, if you're running against LSU or Alabama or Georgia, there's a team better than you that's got more money. And Texas, I'll put in there too, has got more money and more prestige that will come and take your coach. I'd like to think A&M's that school. They're not. There's other schools that have a little bit more prestige, and as long as coaches continue to lose those, the precedent's set. There will be no moving up to the east side. You're not going to be able to raise up more than once a decade. That's just
put yourself in this situation then, because yours could be very similar. If Mike Elko were leaving to Penn State.
Well, the one difference that A&M has that Ole Miss doesn't is A&M's got money and Ole Miss doesn't. You know, the A&M will never be money whipped.
No, I'm just saying, let's just say that Mike Elko decided.
We could define, let's make it even more personal. Not football, but baseball. With Schlossnagle at A&M the year before. We coming in, best recruiting class ever, make it to the College World Series, one game away, and get home, and he goes to your arch rival overnight. And you lose your players. You lose your coaching staff. Now, A&M didn't have to decide to keep Schloss to go through the playoffs. That happened afterwards. That's the only difference.
That's why I'm asking Elko, would you want him to coach the team through the playoffs?
You know what? In the transactional nature that college football has become, Ole Miss should have let him stay, because this is no longer this is a transactional game. It has gone from
it's
long-term,
more like a pro game.
Yes, it's a transactional thing. I pay you, you do your job, you do what I pay you to do. In the world that has become so transactional that even college freshmen have the ability to get paid, and I do what I get paid to do at 18, 17. Such is the nature of the game. This is the game we created. We created this. So what was there anything to expect other than this? And in fact, we created this situation. And of course, of all the coaches out there, it would be Lane Kiffin to really kind of put the icing on the cake of what have we done? You know, now I think college sports, we're looking back and going, how the hell did we get here?
Yeah.
Because this is the bed we made.
And it's not without precedence, because John Summerall takes the Florida job. Tulane says he wants to coach Tulane through the playoff. Assuming they make the playoff, Tulane says, okay.
Well, because because
when are you going to have a chance to be back?
When are we going to be back? I get it. And I get it for Ole Miss. This is a one-year team. This isn't a 4-year team with a bunch of freshmen that are going to be here all 4. This is a one-year team, and you're going to completely remake this team. 80% of this team will be gone next year. 80%.
Yeah.
They're Lane Kiffin guys. They're going to go off. This is a great year. Everybody who was a backup that might be fighting for a job is going to go start someplace else and make more money doing it. 80% turnover. It's going to happen.
And on Twitter yesterday, it was a lot of Lane taking his staff with him is just dirty work.
No,
and it's like,
it's not.
And him saying, like, you're either with me or you're like, if you're not on the plane in the next 24 hours, you don't have a spot on my staff. Well, that's a result of Lane saying, I want to stay, and them saying no. I see it from both angles, but I don't think Lane Kiffin's as much of a bad guy as he's getting grief for.
He is playing the game as it was designed to be played. No better. He's not going to the letter of the law. He's not going to the intent of all this. He's going to the law, the rules. This is the rules. I can take a job and I can leave. This is how we've set it up. And recruiting be damned. You know, the former schools be damned. No protections built in, so none will be given. I don't blame him. I blame the situation on everyone, but I also know that everyone that made this problem can fix this problem. And I think because it is Lane Kiffin and because he's so divisive and always has been, that there's some Lane Kiffin haters out there that are going to never let another Lane Kiffin hold a school hostage like this ever again.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's enough of them, but I do know that the fire will slowly burn in the offseason to where we got to fix. We can't let Lane Kiffin hold a school hostage, even if guys like Tulane head coach or Summerall get an opportunity of a lifetime. Of course they're going to jump ship. Of course you're going to leave Central Florida. Of course you're going to lose Tulane. Immediately. Gone. I don't blame them. Now it's up to Tulane to decide whether he should stay and be allowed to finish out the job.
This is an Ole Miss fan, no offense, this is the delusion that I talk about with college sports fans, where almost every college sports fan thinks that their program is about one level higher than it actually is in real life. And the idea that there was a crowd of people at the airport booing and yelling cuss words at Lane Kiffin when he leaves, like Lane Kiffin should have stayed married to Ole Miss forever, or how could you possibly leave Ole Miss for this? And there's people saying Ole Miss is a better job than LSU. Stop it, guys. Stop it. Like, this is part of the game. This is the business, man. When you are a mid-level school and you find a good coach, chances are good he's going to get poached. And guess what you're going to do typically? More often than not, if you're a mid-level school, you're going to poach from a smaller school.
That's such is life. And you build in the poison pill, the buyout, but there's just not enough money in the world to protect you. There's not. And by the same token, you have every right to fire your coach at any moment. It's an at-will employment. You could have fired him 2 weeks ago, and there was nothing he could have said. So you have as much power as they do. And at the end of the day, we want that, but we still have this golden dream of what college athletics is supposed to be, whatever your definition of that. And this doesn't feel very collegiate. So I think everybody sitting today goes, damn, this is just pro. This is just about money. This is just about money and power.
Well, all right, I want to continue this conversation on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I got to tell you guys about Underdog Fantasy. I was playing Underdog this weekend. And, guys, there is no better place to play, and there's, quite frankly, no better time to play Underdog than right now. They always have something popping off, whether it's NBA, college hoops going right now. They had a ton for college football, and, of course, the NFL. And it's Monday Night Football. That's where I'm at tonight. Make those picks and win some money right now at Underdog. It's so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats, rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, whatever it is. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. And one of the things I like to do for Underdog is it's an emotional hedge. Like tonight, I pretty much know the Patriots are going to win. But if the Patriots are going to win, I'm going to try to make some money off of it. So I'm going to go Drake May higher on his passing yards and hope that if he tears up these New York Giants, at least I'm going to have something to smile about when I put some money in my pocket. Download the app today. Sign up with the promo code ALAMO. You'll score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We just cleared one of our trouble spots, that stall on 1604 eastbound at Judson Road. Now, we're still working this accident on the northeast side on Rittiman between Gibbs Sprawl over to Seguin Road. This accident involving two vehicles near the railroad tracks, so it forced the train to have to stop on the tracks. Airport Boulevard, northbound, southbound, 410 to Terminal. That is rolling heavy as folks are leaving after the long extended Thanksgiving holiday, so do expect delays if you've got a flight out this early morning. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Score huge deals on your perfect bed at Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Stop in today and let the sleep experts find the right upgrade for your unique needs. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
On the job, every minute counts. That's why Lowe's now has ProBlock Quick Dry Primer, expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast and go on smooth for virtually flawless results that keep your job moving. It's available in oil and water-based, and getting it is easy. Order online by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery right to your job site. Lowe's, we help, you save. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms apply.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Oh, Christmas leaks, you make our carpet squishy.
Here at Quarter Moon Plumbing, we know all your Christmas wants, like the popular leaky faucet, the overflowing toilet, or the trendy clogged sewer line. No matter what list you're on, naughty or nice, Quarter Moon Plumbing will answer your call fast and fix your emergency quickly so you can get back to your Coco and Carolyn.
651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like fences. A house with a big yard and a white picket fence was always the dream. But then you saw the price to install a fence and you're wondering if the color is driving the price up. Nobody ever dreams of a beige or a gray picket fence, right? So maybe those fences are cheaper. But no, they're not. Then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds and make all your dreams of a fence come true. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Ulta Beauty Cyber Monday is here. Take 30% off your favorite brands. Yes, the entire brand. Like Tarte, Clinique, Benefit Cosmetics, and Estee Lauder. But hurry, these Cyber Monday deals end December 1st. Head to Ulta.com or the Ulta Beauty app today. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
Stacy, are you wearing yoga pants to go shopping?
Oh, we're not going out shopping. We're staying in with JTV.
I love jewelry television. Their pearls, their lab-grown diamond jewelry.
Oh, hello. What about their Italian gold and moissanite fire?
Okay, but what about the guys on my holiday list?
Relax. JTV has gifts galore, even for men, like watches and sunglasses.
Watch JTV live and on streaming or shop JTV.com for up to 80% off select items.
Ready to shop?
Yes, but can I borrow a pair of sweats?
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this. The insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, Morning Huddle 94.1. Now, I will say Ole Miss did step up. They made salary and roster commitments non-factors, basically.
How much did they promise in NIL?
From what I understand, they were offering essentially the same package LSU was.
So $25 million in NIL and about
$12 million a year in salary.
$12 million in salary.
But then it came down to, okay, well, do you want to take a different step? And I think the one thing that's really underrated now as we talk about the shift in what college football is and what makes a good job and what doesn't, it's less about what's a fertile recruiting ground.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
everybody's a national brand now.
It's what is your budget to go buy players? That's what you need to know, because no matter there could be, you could have a job at let me think of SMU is a great example of this. SMU is probably in the biggest hotbed of talent in the world for college football. But if you're not willing to pay for it, it's all going to go somewhere else. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, nobody's looking to take hometown discounts because.
Well, and SMU's not chasing 5-star. They know their place in the world.
No. Yeah. But I mean, imagine if they were.
And they can pay them. I mean, they've got their endowments as big as anybody in the country.
But they don't.
And no, they don't. They know their place in the world, and that's ACC level. You know, they're going to recruit 3 and 4 stars, and they're not even going to chase but 1 or 2 dudes that has Texas or A&M or OU on their top 5. You know, they're not going to get those guys. You know, they're going to compete against. They hope to pull dudes from Tech. You know, that's their fertile ground, and coaches who know that also maybe aspire to go and be in a position to go get the 5 stars and have the $25 million recruiting budget. But there are some that would perfectly comfortable where they are. But those that are few and far between.
And while this is the other thing about this, while I don't love the way this went down, I don't think anybody on the outside, I mean, unless you're an LSU fan, I'm sure no one is looking at this as going, yeah, this is how it should be.
No.
It sucks. So don't get me wrong. But can we admit now that thank God at least the players have the same option to do this, because the coaches have been able to do this for a long time. Remember Lane Kiffin, he bailed on Tennessee 1 year into a 6-year deal. And, I mean, Tennessee was pissed, and rightfully so.
Well, it's the same coach that got run off from USC. So, I mean, he got run off.
But the players couldn't do anything about it.
And now and that doesn't make it better. It just makes it equal. You know, I don't think anybody's happy that the players can do it, other than the fact that, yeah, there's some comeuppance that, you know, you leave, I leave too. But I think that there are going to be some minds that sit down over the next year or two. There's not an immediate fix, that we're going to have to fix the recruiting calendar. We're going to just have to fix the way this is done. We're also going to have to find a way, just like the NFL has, to make sure coaches aren't yanked away in the midst of a playoff run. And now we have actual playoffs. You know, we now actually do have that. So I do think that there's a fix. There's precedent. Other leagues have managed to do it. That I can't imagine this is a way that anybody, any athletic director, any conference chairman, any TV type wants this to be a consistent thing. Now, this is a great ratings boost. I mean, it certainly gave us a lot to talk about for 4 or 5 days.
Sure.
And and if you're in the news, that's a good thing. But at the end of the day, it does feel a little icky, you know, and it feels like this is one of those things that while money has changed things forever and we're never going to go back to where we were, this is one of those few things we might be able to fix.
The one of the guys that Lane Kiffin apparently talked to, and one of his mentors is now I don't know if any of you have missed out on this, but Nick Saban is now the moral conscience of college football. He's like he's taken over the Kirk Herbstreit mantle.
And actually, he's probably the right guy to the extent he remembers what it should be like. But a lot of what Nick Saban has to do comes from a place that most coaches have never been, you know.
True.
So I don't buy everything he's saying.
But he was big on, listen, let him finish out the season, what he's done there.
And I think that would be the right thing.
Now, this is the same Nick Saban who fired Lane Kiffin 1 week before the national championship game because he was too distracted for his job coming up at Florida Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's saying, like, oh, let him stay. It's real easy to say it from the outside. Joey Galloway, did you see what he had to say? What they should have done is leave it up to a player vote. Do the players that are on Ole Miss, do they want to be coached by an assistant, or do they want Lane Kiffin to coach them?
That should bear some weight. I'm not saying that should be the only fixed answer here.
Because do we feel like there's a world where Ole Miss can win the national title now?
Now, no.
No.
And not that I did before, but they certainly have a much lesser chance.
They were 11-1 in the SEC. They beat Oklahoma. They beat teams that are going to be in the playoff, and Tulane is one of them. So this is not. It's not like they didn't have a chance. I think now they don't have a chance.
Well, didn't Steve Fisher, the former basketball coach at Michigan that had the Fab Five, didn't he get fired right before the tournament? I think that he got fired in much the same way that Kiffin did, that he got an opportunity or was about to go to San Diego State or something like this, and had kind of agreed in principle, and then I think that they let him go. And I'm curious for everybody that would have been involved in that team what they would have wanted.
I think he got fired from Michigan for the scandal around the Fab Five,
they let him go right before the tournament. It was a mess where they let him take the team all the way through the process. And they survived, and they didn't have to fix much.
Yeah.
I do think every school has the right to certainly let guys go that don't fit. But at the same time, I do think that in situations now, especially like I keep saying, this is a transactional world now where this isn't a 4-year contract. This isn't a long-term thing. This is a one team, a 1-year deal, and every team has about a 50% turnover rate now. That's just how things are. So there is no more forever team. There's just a 1-year team. That's just how things are. And knowing that, it's not as painful knowing that he won't be back. But I would like the idea of you start the season, and no matter what, you're going to finish the season together.
I mean, it's pie in the sky. Sounds great.
But I've watched NFL teams manage to do it. I've watched NBA teams manage to do it. I've watched many other teams lose a coach for whatever reason right in the playoff run and say, oh, my gosh, how can we go on? And teams carried on.
You want to take a phone call?
We have a call.
I mean, Vic basically ignores our callers, but Edwin apparently picks up on him.
Mario, sure.
All right, let's talk to Mario.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mario.
Hey, good morning, guys. I just want to say this whole coach situation could have been fixed decades ago by the NCAA saying coaches can't leave until after the season.
Well, I think there's that argument, but, when is the end of the season? Is it the end of your season, or is it the end of everybody else's season?
Or the end of your new job season.
Or, at what point do we define the end of the season?
The end of the season would be the
championship game, right?
Decades ago would have been the championship game.
So, and I agree with that, but keep in mind that's a 3-month window of teams just sitting on their hands for a lot of teams.
Can't wait around for that.
So I don't know. I think you're right in the truest, best world, but I'm not sure that's a feasible thing because we got 170 some odd Division I schools, and only 8 of them are still playing. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on out there. I agree with you, but I'm not sure that on its own would be the fix. We'd have to alter the recruiting calendar. There's so many things that also have to go into it that I think are fixable. But the first thing we have to do is define what the end of the season is, and I don't think we can wait until the end of the national championship game on January the 14th, knowing in 6 weeks there's a spring football game going to be played. There's recruiting. There's guys that are signing letters that are literally going to arrive on campus in a week for the spring semester so they can be freshmen ready to play in the fall. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
Appreciate the call, though, Mario.
Yeah, I think the big question is, what is the end of the season? And if the end of the season is the last regular season game, which is
going on last week, that was it. Except for maybe Army-Navy, which is, coming up. But,
no, I don't know. I assume if Ole Miss was playing for the SEC championship, maybe he would have delayed it a week. I don't know.
Well, I had this. There's so many things in play here. If we're going to change that date, then we change the recruiting calendar. And you say, what about spring football? Well, we've already got teams canceling the spring game. So the spring game ain't that important because they're realizing, no, we're still pulling guys in. We're still recruiting. And guys are coming and performing really well in the spring game and leaving because they look like, hey, I played well in this game, but it looks like I'm still going to be second string. So let's not show off and let's not give players an opportunity. I do think that we can alter the recruiting schedule. I think that we can find a date in there that matches. I don't think we can wait till January the 14th. That's way too late.
No.
But I do think that we can find a way to allow teams like Ole Miss to find it in their hearts to let them finish out what they started without it being a detriment, without them losing recruiting, without them losing all of that. I think there's some happy medium in there apart from this.
Joe mentions it was Bill Frieder that got let go in '89.
It was Frieder, that's right.
Because he was going to Arizona
right.
State.
And I remember old Michigan coaches, I'll have Michigan being coached by a Michigan man.
Yeah.
Well, that there's no such thing as that anymore. There's not a Michigan man.
No,
there's not an Ole Miss guy. There's the next coach up.
Yeah. And I like, where do we draw the line on, I can't believe he did this? Like, no one bats an eye anymore when players sit out bowl games.
No,
you know what I mean. Like everybody's they've got their next priority in place,
and I think that was a good balance. I think that the idea of players having equal rights in this whole thing kind of made it feel okay. At least it ain't perfect, but it's
exactly
equal. This feels unequal. That now players are losing opportunity because a coach is leaving or not allowed to stay, and I know it's a bad taste. And I know if it was one of my coaches, I don't know how I'd feel. But if I had a title run in me and I felt like this was one chance, I'll put an asterisk by it. I'd rather go get the trophy and wave goodbye, or at least have a shot, than just sit at home and say good riddance.
I think that the move is what it's done by getting rid of that spring transfer window and now making it just this January only transfer window. It puts players in a corner where it backs them into a corner where they've got to decide right now, where am I going? And also it forces coaches to make decisions earlier than they might have wanted to, because you don't have time to mess around, man. You've got to, the players can still enter the portal if their coaches leave. Now they got to wait I got to wait till after the coach successor is hired before they start making decisions. There's a clock running on college sports now. We've got to stop pretending like college sports is what it used to be. It's not.
It's a pro game. It's transactional. This year only, it's 1-year deals, 1-year contracts, and I don't care if you've got them under 7 1-year deals. It's only a 1-year deal. Somebody could show up next year and buy Kiffin out, and he could be someplace else.
All right, NFL talk on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding to work with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. It's the Morning Huddle, KTFM Floresville.
When you switch to Progressive and bundle your home and auto, you could save hundreds, and that's a surprising amount of money.
Whoa, that's like farmer's market money.
That's like give me a gallon of that locally sourced raw honey money.
That's certified organic heirloom tomatoes in every imaginable color except red money.
That's let's get 2 pounds of pink oyster mushrooms money. I'm not even sure I like pink oyster mushrooms.
Guess it's time to find out, because you could save hundreds when you switch to Progressive and bundle. Then the world is your pink oyster mushroom. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Ulta Beauty Cyber Monday is here. Take 30% off your favorite brands. Yes, the entire brand. Like Tarte, Clinique, Benefit Cosmetics, and Estee Lauder. But hurry, these Cyber Monday deals end December 1st. Head to Ulta.com or the Ulta Beauty app today. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on custom cards and custom wrapping paper, plus shipping supplies and services to get your packages delivered safely. Don't miss out on select laptops, up to 45% off. Visit staples.com for details. Staples, that was easy.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PIPE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PIPE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PIPE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Have pain? Have chronic pain, low back pain, knee pain, neck pain, or shoulder pain? I can help. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we get to the root of your pain. We don't just give pain medications, we do the proper investigation to see what is the root cause, and it's covered by your insurance. Reduce your medication, avoid surgery, and get rid of pain for good. Call for your free evaluation. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, where we get to the root cause of your problem. 210-468-1891.
Discover the newest place to play at Top Golf New Braunfels, opening this Friday in the New Braunfels Town Center at Creekside. Top Golf New Braunfels features new games, food and drink, a 9-hole mini golf course, and half-off gameplay Monday through Thursday. Come play at Top Golf New Braunfels.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We do have a disabled vehicle on 37 northbound Southeast Military Drive. That stall is in the right shoulder. A little bit of a delay from right around Presa Street. Now, we're still working this accident on Rittiman between Gibbs all over to Seguin Road. 2 vehicles involved very close to the train track, so they had to have the train come to a full stop. Now, if you guys do have a flight out this morning, might want to leave a little bit early. We are still showing delays in and around the airport. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
1, 2, 3, come on! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Thursday night at 7:15. The Cowboys are in the Motor City, taking on the Detroit Lions at Ford Field. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. How about them Cowboys? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys are firmly back in the playoff hunt at 6-5-1 after beating the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, and now have a date with the Lions coming up on Thursday. Houston Texans have won 4 straight after a 20-16 win over the Colts, climbing to within a game of the top of the AFC South. In college football, the Texas Longhorns are keeping their slim playoff hopes alive, upsetting number 3 Texas A&M over the weekend. We'll see if it was enough on Tuesday when the latest college football rankings come out. LSU has its new coach as Ole Miss now needs a new one. Lane Kiffin taking the Tigers' job. Ole Miss will not allow him to finish potential playoff run. In the NBA, the Spurs fell to the Timberwolves 125-112, paced by De'Aaron Fox's 25 points. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey-oh! 8:03 on the Morning Huddle. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your pal, AJ. Rob Thompson here with me. Edwin Hafner in. Is Vic Brown out all week, huh?
On IR.
With what?
He's day-to-day.
Strained kidney?
Something like that.
Something like that. We talked about the Cowboys. There was a lot more NFL happened over the weekend. Recapping what we saw, I guess we can start with the first game that we saw on Thanksgiving Day. Jordan Love, 4 touchdown passes. Packers beat the Lions 31-24. It's funny because that game, as I was watching it, was not entertaining to me. But then at the end of the game, it's like, well, it was a good game, I guess. You know.
Well, I think Green Bay is so confounding. You know,
You're telling me.
I can't figure out what heads or tails with them. And Detroit's starting to be that way as well. But I think Detroit is a team in decline. I don't know what Detroit is at all. I know what Green Bay has the capability of being on both sides of the coin. I know how bad they can be. I also know that offense, at least they're finding a way around the loss of their tight end. It took about 3 weeks for them to figure out how to run an offense that didn't include their tight end catching a ball every 3 downs. So at least they're getting there. As long as Josh Jacobs stays healthy, Green Bay is threatening. I don't think they're a great team. They're not what I thought they were at the beginning of the season. But I think this was more about Detroit than it was Green Bay.
The Cincinnati Bengals, 32. The Baltimore Ravens, 14.
I love Joe Burrow. I really do. I think he is my favorite NFL quarterback.
You know what my favorite thing that Joe Burrow does? Maybe knock the Ravens out of the playoffs. I don't want Joe Burrow to make the playoffs either, but
This is such a monumental waste. And it's not just the Bengals' fault. He's been hurt a lot too. But to watch him step in and watch that team react to him. I don't think he played that much better than Flacco. And it wasn't certainly the downfield threat that he's got, but there's just the Joe Cool syndrome is real.
And this is so weird because if you had told me the Ravens' offense was going to be more of a problem than the defense, I would have thought, against the Bengals? No. They only put up 14 points against the Cincinnati Bengals defense, and 5 turnovers, 3 of them by Lamar, a pick and 2 fumbles.
I played Zay Flowers. I ended up with a negative number from him. A wide receiver provided me a negative number in fantasy football.
Ooh. Yeah, not a good day for the Ravens offense.
So was that Baltimore? It's not Cincinnati, right?
Cincinnati's defense is Cincinnati's defense.
Yeah, so they didn't suddenly find something. That was just Baltimore. No. What happened to Baltimore?
That was still the Bengals without Hendrickson.
Right.
Yeah, Baltimore is now 6-6 and basically on life support. They're right there. And this is the other thing about them. At the end of the year, when there's a tiebreaker or whatever,
they've lost them all, right?
They lost head-to-head with the Chiefs. They lost head-to-head with the Bills. So and they lost head-to-head with the Texans. So any of those teams that could finish in that same sort of region, the Ravens have lost all those tiebreakers now.
So we're going to have like a special non-playoff Saturday, kind of like the Skins game where we played like Baltimore and the Chiefs just play because we're so used to having that game in the fall.
Well, the one thing that they've got going for them is they still have – they're tied for first in the division. And the Steelers-Ravens play twice. Still, like they've still got 2 games to play,
and we know who Pittsburgh is now.
Pittsburgh and Baltimore, I think, are both just kind of mediocre teams. They do sandwich those 2 Steelers. They play the Steelers this weekend, and they play the Steelers to close the season. The meat in that sandwich at Cincinnati, who now has Joe Burrow, home Patriots, and at Green Bay. It ain't an easy road for Baltimore to get to these playoffs now.
At some point, hope will be extinguished for Lamar Jackson to lift this team. Somebody else is going to have to step up and do something. I don't think that he alone is going to – we know what he alone is capable of, but he alone can't do that anymore. No Derrick Henry, not enough. You're going to have Derrick Henry. That defense is going to have to play about, 3 octaves better. There's just doesn't seem to be enough there to put it all together. And I felt like that even when they were winning games, that it was, an extraordinary feat to do what they're doing. That was more about what Baltimore was this weekend to me. They're just not a very good team.
They're not. And really, we probably should have had some sort of evidence of this.
I say that. I will tell you, and I'm sure there's some tape of me saying, as far as talent goes, Baltimore was the most talented team in the NFL when the season began. They don't feel like that now.
This is the list of quarterbacks the Ravens have lost to this year. Josh Allen, Jared Goff, Patrick Mahomes, C.J. Stroud, Matt Stafford, Joe Burrow. No shame.
All good, but
here's the list of guys that they've beat. Joe Flacco, Caleb Williams, Tua, J.J. McCarthy.
Well, they're beating bad teams.
Dylan Gabriel, Tyrod Taylor. The Ravens are a middle-of-the-pack team. They beat teams they're supposed to beat. They lose to teams they're supposed to lose to. I don't know. The Ravens aren't nearly as scary as I thought they were.
No, and it's funny. If you juxtapose them with Buffalo, because Buffalo shouldn't be as scary as they are. You look at what Buffalo did yesterday without a single starting tackle on the whole roster. I don't even know where their tackles went. And not only did they do it without them, they ran the ball as good as they have all season long. That's a terrifying team, because especially when you saw what happened to them with Houston, where their quarterback gets decimated. Josh Allen, 8 sacks last week? And a team that can turn around and just punch it down your throat is far more scary to me, injured like that and still dominating the line of scrimmage, than a team like the Cowboys.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, they're banged up, and it didn't matter what Buffalo did. Baltimore, where did all the talent go? What happened? I know they've had a few injuries, but not as bad as Buffalo.
No, I'm not sure why it's like this.
It feels like that Harbaugh thing is getting a little stale, just like that Tomlin thing is getting a little stale. Not that you can't freshen up on the offseason, but there's just something about those two franchises that they don't have a lot of room for error.
Well, losing Mike Macdonald is turning out to be a pretty big deal, because Mike Macdonald is clearly
the mind behind it.
Really, really good coach. Bears 24, Eagles 15.
This isn't the Bears you think they are. I'm just saying, this is not the Bears. If you had a chance to watch, and I haven't watched a lot of Bears games this year other than Red Zone, they are a plodding, slow, let's play in the snow rain.
I mean, they're a mirror match of the Eagles, kind of.
They really are, and that's not my perception of them was, hot young quarterback, finally finding his way downfield, got those hot wide receivers. Nah, they're an appropriate throwing team, and even then, Caleb's allowed to throw to 2 routes. There's 2 guys going, and if they ain't open, run.
Yeah. Texans 20, Colts 16.
Biggest surprise of the weekend.
Huge win for the Texans. They beat the Colts, were 3-point favorites. They beat the Colts outright. I'll tell you what this game came down to. In the first half, the Colts missed an extra point. And they spent all game, that haunted them all game, because at the end of the game, they had to go for it on a 4th down, like 4th and 4, where they could have kicked a game-tying field goal and gone to overtime. If you don't think it's important when your team misses an extra point, trust me, it's important.
I don't know what of all the teams now. I have no idea who they are, and it's the Colts. I know how good the Texans defense is, so I give them some credit.
Every team in the AFC South not named the Titans, I don't know what they are.
I certainly don't know. I don't trust the Colts. I don't know if I trust the Texans defense now to win games that the offense can't. I'll tell you what, they run the football like that. Nick Chubb can continue to do that. Suddenly Texans have a whole new kind of lease on life. It certainly does make things a lot easier. But I don't think he can continue to do that. I don't trust Jacksonville. I know that.
You don't trust the first place Jacksonville Jags?
I mean, what the hell? I mean, the funny thing is, when they went up to San Francisco, how long ago was that?
Jacksonville?
Yeah, remember that Jacksonville win in San Francisco? We thought, here they are.
That was like week 4.
Yeah. Suddenly, is this them again?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I mean, they just beat the hell out of the Titans. Like they're doing what you're supposed to do. They're beating the Titans and the Raiders, but they've also like you said, they beat the Texans, they beat the Chiefs, they beat the 49ers. They have a win over a blowout win over the Chargers. And the Jags might be good, and it's another one that it blows my mind, because I'm certain that Trevor Lawrence isn't good. Like, I know he's not good, but they're still getting the job done.
Good enough.
And their remaining schedule, they've got 2 games with the Colts. So much like Baltimore-Pittsburgh, the division might be decided with those 2 games. The beneficial side of that is they've got home Jets and home Titans still on the schedule.
The world will be a better place.
At Denver.
I think the world will be a better place if they make the playoff.
The Jags?
Yeah. I don't expect much, but at least it's a new jersey in the playoffs. You know what I mean? A different color uniform.
I mean, that'd be the same with Indy. It's been the Texans division for a long time.
I think the Colts aren't quite as good a story as they were a couple of weeks ago.
I mean, their quarterback has a freaking broken leg, and they're like, he's going to tough it out and play. I'm not that I'm making an excuse for why they lost that game. I don't think there is one. They should have won that game, but I don't know what to make of that division in general. I mean, it's certainly a one-bid division. It should be, but who knows? The AFC is just so much different than I thought it was going to be. The Seahawks 26-0 over the Vikings.
Okay, so
the Seahawks are so good.
Is it okay? That's how good are the Seahawks? Which I think they're certainly arrow up, and I don't know what the angle is now. But on the other side of this coin, I've never seen a team like Minnesota just collapse under it. And I know they don't got a quarterback. I know they were going in it without it. But you were telling me about Jefferson was a healthy sit for a lot of the game?
No. I was saying my buddy in my fantasy league, I have a high entry fantasy league. And the guy who had I had the first pick, I took Jamar Chase. The guy with the second pick took Justin Jefferson. And this week in his game, he sat Justin Jefferson in fantasy
because it's that
for
bad.
Greg Dortch. That's how bad the quarterback situation is in Minnesota. Max Brosmer, an undrafted rookie, started yesterday. Looked exactly like an undrafted rookie.
It's malpractice.
4 interceptions, including one that's like you can't even ever think about. Like he's getting sacked and he like sidearm slings it.
It's malpractice, and it's not the kid's fault.
No.
How do you let your team that had very high playoff aspirations? And certainly McCarthy didn't live up to the bill, but that wasn't. I mean, the injury isn't the reason why they got beat like that. That's a team in utter disarray.
No, and what's funny is, I mean, that's not even. We didn't even see the best version of the Seahawks. Seahawks ran for under 4 yards a carry. Sam Darnold wasn't particularly good. 128 yards passing. His QBR was 18. He wasn't great. The defense just swarmed, and this defense is good enough. And goes back to talking about Mike McDonald. They're good enough that they're going to keep you in pretty much every game.
Okay.
This goes back to Legion of Boom type stuff.
Now we've covered. There's one more team we got to talk about in the Rams loss.
Mm-hmm.
But power rankings, I think, are in debate in the NFC now. I still think the Rams are my odds-on favorite to come out of the NFC.
They're mine too.
But watching what Seattle did in a bad game, I mean, they didn't play offensively very well, and just on the road, I mean, manhandle a team.
49ers beat the Browns 26-8.
Stupid Shador. I had him under like 136 in passing yards. He got 140.
140, yeah. His QB doubles from last week from 8 to 16.
I'm kind of happy for him. I'm kind of happy he went out and did that.
I mean, put up 8 points against the Niners. That's what you're happy about?
At least it wasn't an absolute. It could have been even worse. That was a bad defense. And, I feel bad for the abuse that he's taken. I don't feel bad for the situation.
He sucks.
He does. And I feel bad for the abuse he's taken. I mean, he shouldn't be put on this kind of pedestal because he's not talented enough to be given this kind of credit. And when he performs to the level of what expectations are, he gets hammered. I mean,
the good news is next week he's going to stand across the field from Cam Ward. Someone's got to win a game.
I was just thinking, if I was broadcasting this game, how would I promote it? Would it be a battle of the two quarterbacks? I think it would be.
I
I'm
guess
promoting this game as the battle of
what
Cam
else?
Ward and
What else are you
Shador.
going to promote? I don't know. Let's see. The Bills get a 26-7 win over Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. They set the rushing record for yards against the Steelers team at home.
I'll tell you that Pittsburgh is in dire straits, but to go into Pittsburgh and beat them their way. I mean, you beat them Pittsburgh Steeler way. You ran up their guts. You punched them in the face. You knocked their quarterback out bloody and beaten. That was I don't know how much of this is on Pittsburgh's plate. How much is it their fault, or did they just get manhandled by a team that got embarrassed last week?
I think
Buffalo
of it was
went
that.
home like, my God, we can't let 8 sacks. We can't let that happen again to Josh. So I think that Pittsburgh got a little bit of a comeuppance, but this I don't know how much of it is Pittsburgh just finally realizing that we don't got a quarterback.
Well,
we don't.
The Bills made some big adjustments at halftime. It was 26-0 run to finish the game for Buffalo. They win 26-7.
How many yards did Cook end up with?
144.
Ooh, it felt like more than that.
Yeah, well, 32 carries. They just handed them. I mean, for the Bills rushing, 51 carries, 249 yards.
Not since Curtis Martin has a running back of that stature run that hard. He's not a very big back, but he carries in momentum about 30 pounds more than the weight he's got on his cleats. He's a hard-running guy.
Jags 25, Titans 3. Don't know that we need to spend much time on that one. The Dolphins beat the Saints 21-17.
I think McDaniel might have a job next year. I was wrong.
Up to 5-7.
I was wrong. I think that team, at the very least, the defense is playing for them.
They've won 4 out of 5 games. They get the Jets on Sunday. I mean, it's still possible. Finish this season with a winning record, maybe.
I'm going to give you some credit. I thought he was all but done. I thought that Buffalo game is over. No.
I said I was surprised to see they're still playing hard for him.
Yeah, so I think that he's got enough. He's going to have to do it with a different quarterback and a different scheme, but he'll be back next year.
Jets beat the Falcons 27-24.
I hate the Falcons.
The Falcons are a trash
with a
can.
white-hot passion.
Oh, they're so bad. So bad. The Bucks beat the Cardinals 20-17 in a game that was much closer than it probably should have been. Cardinals now eliminated from playoff contention. Jacoby Brissett, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns in the loss.
What are they going to do with Kyler? What are they going to do?
I don't know, because it's pretty obvious they're better with Jacoby Brissett. But the losses, the L's are L's. Yeah. You'd get a lot cheaper L's if you didn't have Kyler Murray, I guess.
I don't know.
Panthers get the upset win over the Rams, 31-28, and the Panthers are 7-6. I think we can have a discussion. The Panthers aren't garbage. Like the Panthers have now knocked off the Cowboys. They beat the Packers in Green Bay. They've beat the Rams. Like, this is a pretty decent team.
I don't know how they're doing it. I know how they beat the Cowboys, but that's not how they won this weekend. Chuba didn't have a great game.
Chuba did. It was what's his name?
What was Chuba's yardage?
80-something yards, 17 carries, 83 yards. It was Dowdle, 18 carries, 58 yards. He was the one who was kind of meh. But yeah, Chuba actually ran well.
They had over 150 yards running the ball.
And he had a 35-yard touchdown catch.
I saw the catch. Yeah, they're good. They're getting better. I think that I can't quote it specifically, but I know that Bryce Young right now sits with, is it Aaron and Peyton Manning with the most comeback wins under the age of 24 or whatever it is? He's right behind Aaron. I mean, just a ridiculous number for a guy that if you'd have thought was kind of on his, last couple of breaths in Charlotte, but no, they've weathered the storm, and now they've got themselves a perfectly middle average quarterback.
And I'm not going to panic on Matt Stafford or on the Rams. That game, the Rams win that game if they don't turn it over so much. And they lost a fumble and they threw 2 picks. Matt Stafford had thrown 2 picks all year. He threw 2 more in this game. I'm just going to say this was an outlier game.
I don't think it's that embarrassing to say you lost to Charlotte the way they did. But no, the Rams are still the best team in the NFC. But the Seahawks are breathing down their neck, man.
And we got that. There's a game at Seattle coming up in 3 weeks. December 18th, Rams at the Hawks on Thursday night. Oh, that's going to be fun, baby. That is going to be fun. But the Rams, luckily for the Rams, they get to right the ship this weekend as they play Arizona, and that should get things figured out.
I forgot to bring up the fact we had a Bosa sighting for your Buffalo.
Yeah, the strip sack led to a touchdown, just a huge play in the game. We'll wrap up the discussion on this week in football on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Thursday night at 7:15. The Cowboys are in the Motor City, taking on the Detroit Lions at Ford Field. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Last year, we bought over 54,000 cars from your friends and neighbors at GiveMeTheVin.com. Why did they sell us their cars? It's because you're worth more, and your car's worth more. I know that, and you know that. That's why I created GiveMeTheVin.com. It's the fastest and easiest way for you to sell your car for more money when it's time to sell. I'm sitting here waiting on the other end of GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear. Oh, Christmas leaks, you make our carpet squishy.
Here at Quartermoon Plumbing, we know all your Christmas wants, like the popular leaky faucet, the overflowing toilet, or the trendy clogged sewer line. No matter what list you're on, naughty or nice, Quarter Moon Plumbing will answer your call fast and fix your emergency quickly so you can get back to your Coco and Carolyn.
651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
George Gets Justice. 2026 is almost here, but that car accident you went through this year, it's still weighing on you. You may be hurt or unsure how to get help. You need to get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George understands the chaos you're experiencing, and he'll take care of you so you can step into the new year back in charge. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George Gets Justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Many of the successes you've had began with a great opportunity. Now, here's another one. Get started on your degree or certificate in San Antonio. Choose from more than 135 degree and certificate programs, faster onboarding, and more from University of Maryland Global Campus. Get personalized local support services and take online or hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Guys, you've heard of TRT, but you have no idea what testosterone can do for you. Once you start treatment, you'll wish you had done it sooner. Now you can take the TRT test for free at Synergenics and Low T Center. Walk in before 10 a.m. or book online at fixmylowt.com.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
You wanna hear? That's just who I am this week. Good morning. This is one of the greatest lines right here. Just a notch in your bedpost, but you're just a line in a song. What a great line. I'm just a notch in your bedpost, but you're just a line in a song. I love that.
I'd like to be a notch in a bedpost.
I know.
You just used me.
Sing it, Edwin.
Fall Out Boy's doing it for me.
8:30 or 8:29 on the Morning Huddle. Herb says Carolina's good at 7-5, but the Jags suck at 8-4. I don't understand the logic behind that. Well, let me be clear. It's all relative to what perception is. The perception of the Jags is they're the first-place team in the AFC South. I don't know that the Jags are any – I think the Jags are – of the teams that are in the AFC South in the mix, Jags, Texans, Colts, I think the Jags are probably the worst of those three teams. It's not –
Do you?
I do, yeah.
I think at their best they're not. I think when the team that I saw go into San Francisco, which was they weren't totally banged up at the time. They're not what they are now. That was as good a win as any of those three teams have had.
I think I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
I mean, they're not at their best. That's what I'm just. How rarely do we see that? It's a division of lessers.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a good division by any stretch. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, the Texans beating the Bills was a pretty good win.
That might have been a season turner for sure. But they all are bad for different reasons. The Texans should be better. I think Jacksonville is exactly where they're going to be a heartbeat team for a lot of reasons. And I don't know what the Colts are or are going to be. They're not what they were a month ago. I know that.
Clearly. Well, and a lot of it's had to do with Jonathan Taylor's turning into a mortal.
Mm-hmm. Which is typical of a running game like this. Any
discussion of should a running back be MVP this year? The answer is definitively no. No. That is not going to happen. In fact, I'll get to the MVP odds here in a moment.
I have no idea.
The rest of the schedule for this last week, sorry, let me finish my thought on that other one. The Panthers, though, well, it's like at the time, it's like, when the Cowboys lost to the Panthers, like what an embarrassing loss. All I'm saying is the Panthers maybe aren't as bad as people thought they were.
They're trending up.
I'm not saying the Panthers are good. In fact, the Panthers aren't better than the Jags. But perception of the Panthers is they're an ass team, and I just don't think they are.
You beat the best team, or at least 1A, 1 or 1A, depending on how you quantify the NFC. You get your flowers. They're better, and I think that it's another for Cowboy fans suddenly go, that loss wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
we played them probably as good as the Rams did.
Chargers get a 31-14 win over the Raiders. Not much to see here other than Justin Herbert breaks his left hand. That ain't good.
No, but they found a running game.
He's going to have surgery. He says he's going to go about this week as if he's playing.
Kind of has to, man.
He really does. And I don't understand Chargers fan being down on Justin Herbert this year. His numbers are way down. Dude, he's playing without a team.
Pretty much.
I saw Josh Allen yesterday play without both his tackles, and it's a nightmare. It really is. You can't throw the ball if you don't have anybody protecting you. Justin Herbert's had that basically all year long.
Yeah, no, I think he doesn't have the talent around him. But what they found yesterday was Hampton finally had him a game.
No, Vidal, yeah,
finally had him a game. And if they can take some of the pressure off of him, that will help. But that's such a significantly flawed team as long as they're banged up like this.
And the Raiders are dumpster fire. They are.
It struck me. Did you see any of the game? There was a drive. They had a nice 9-play drive that ended up with a touchdown pass to their tight end, Superman.
Brock Bowers, yeah.
You'd have thought that they had just opened the Super Bowl with a perfectly 10-play call drive against a great team. Everybody on the sidelines was high-fiving and hugging.
Gosh.
They did 8 consecutive plays for a touchdown, and they celebrated as such.
What an absolute mess. I don't know who's worse between the Raiders and the Titans. It's a close call. It blows my mind in hindsight, and I know it was week 1. It was a long time ago. The Raiders went to New England and beat them handily. And now the Patriots have lost 1 game since that day. That's wild to think about. And it's my once a week moment to say the Broncos are such phonies. 27-26 win. They're now 10-2. This team,
you are what your record says you are.
Okay.
The redeeming thing about Denver is, I swear to God, they play 13 guys on defense. I swear
Their
to God,
defense is elite.
They send 6 dudes to the quarterback, and that's all they do. The quarterback is going to be under pressure all day long, and if you can handle that, you're going to win. You're going to beat them. But it's hard to handle that, man. They just make you look bad.
Bo Nix had the most passing yards of anybody in a game this week. And now part of it was everybody else was playing in like these crazy windstorms. Bo Nix stinks. He is not good at football.
He's good. The good news is Sean Payton knows exactly the quarterback he's got.
Well, and he probably knows he ain't winning with that.
Well, like I said, you are what your record says you are.
Until the playoffs.
Well,
and then everybody's record
you hope
starts
for
at
a
0-0.
bye, and you hope for a blizzard in Denver when you're playing. But,
they win that game in overtime. It's one of those I guess I say rare, it's one of the new things that happens where both teams score a touchdown in overtime. Commanders go for 2, which I think –
that was dumb.
No, I disagree.
Nah, I don't. You're on
Dude,
the road.
No, they were at home.
I mean, you're at home.
They're 3-9. What are you going to keep playing?
The long game. Yeah, man. You're the more time, the better off you are with this one.
No, I disagree. Just take your chance. If you lose, you lose. Big deal. You're 3-9. Like what? Like
I'd have kicked it, tied it up, and played for 12 more minutes.
Well, trust me, the Commanders aren't the better team.
Their
defense is so.
And the sad thing is, Mariota had the best game of the season for him. I mean, that's as good as he can play.
And that's the other thing for the Commanders. While the Broncos clearly much better on D than O, the Commanders are kind of the opposite. Like, they don't want their defense to be on the field. So they're like, well, this is our chance. Let's try and win it with the offense. And it was actually it took a really great play by Nick Bonito, who's probably the most underrated defensive player in the world, to break it up. Or the Commanders win that game, and then we're talking about, wow, what a big win, and I'm sitting here beating my chest because the phony-ass Broncos lost to the crumb-bum Commanders.
The touchdown pass that Bo Nix threw in the grass, going down, throwing a touchdown.
Oh, yes.
That's what greatness is made
Buy
of.
Bo Nix stock, Rob. Buy it all up.
Hey, you are what your record says you are. And I think that we're seeing more teams kind of understand that we're never going to have a great quarterback. We got to find other ways to win. And Denver and Chicago are finding out you can win other ways. You just don't get to win in the playoffs doing that.
The current odds for most valuable player, there are 5 players with a better than 20-1 chance to win it.
Well, there's really
can you name them?
Well, first and foremost, we'll start in L.A.
Matt Stafford
would be my
plus
one.
105 is still the favorite.
Now it's a crapshoot after that. I have no earthly idea. Who's second?
Drake May plus 120.
Yeah, out of
second.
sight, out of mind. I should have considered him.
At 11-1, Dak Prescott.
Well, I mean, if they continue to do it, he's got as good a shot as any.
15-1, Jordan Love.
No.
18-1, Josh Allen.
Well, yeah.
Seems unlikely. Josh Allen is like somebody posted some stats from last year, and Josh's numbers this year are probably better than a year ago.
Yeah,
but the losses are piling up.
I don't know as long as the Rams continue to win, it doesn't even have to be because of Stafford. As long as the Rams just get themselves a number 1 seed or a 1A seed, Stafford gets it it's a career achievement award too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. Sam Darnold 40-1.
Now that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
But just imagine they win that game on Thursday and they close out strong. It'll be hard because he got the comeback player of the year last year, didn't he? He got something, I hope.
Yeah.
This would make for a nice story, and I can see the NFL kind of getting behind it.
I think the real conversation on that team is who's the offensive player of the year, because for a long time, there was a time when Jonathan Taylor was like minus 1,000 to be offensive player of the year. He's now minus 125. Jackson Smith and Jigba, even money. So it is a race between those two guys. Yeah, he's having a hell of a year. And I think that's partly what kills a little bit of Sam Darnold's momentum is most people are like, and also the reason Seattle's great is because their defense is great.
Yeah, and I think that's the only team that can pretend to the reason we're here is because of our quarterback is Stafford. The Rams defense is solid, but this is Stafford's team, and they will go as far as the yards and the touchdowns that he throws.
Yeah, and someone said, what about Myles Garrett for MVP?
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
300-1.
It'd be fun.
300-1. But Defensive Player of the Year, he is minus 1,200, so that's pretty much locked up. Micah Parsons, by the way, your second favorite, plus 650.
Boy, he doesn't do much, but when he does it, it's pretty impressive. You know what I mean?
He's week in and week out. He's been so freaking good.
4 tackles and 3 of them are sacks.
Yeah.
So, man, when he's in it, he's in it.
There's still people who are like, "Oh, he's not that good.
Well,
they don't need him." Okay.
He closed the game out the other day.
Yeah,
it was
he
his
did.
sack that ended it.
Myles Garrett's just having a phenomenal year, though. But the Browns stink, and MVP doesn't come off bad teams. It's not the way it works. But it has been pretty cool. The comeback player of the year, your favorite, -165, Dak Prescott.
See, okay.
I mean, he was injured last
year. Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey +130 is your second favorite. Stephon Diggs 45-1. Daniel Jones.
See, to me,
50-1.
if Daniel Jones finishes this year with a 75% record, where they 12-5 or whatever they could end up with, dude, I don't know how you don't give him that.
Okay, how about Coach of the Year?
Right now, if I was gonna, the Coach of the Year,
You have a very heavy favorite.
It's Seattle.
No, he's actually third favorite at
Really?
6-1. Mike Vrabel -200.
Oh yeah, that goes without saying. I'm out of sight, out of mind. I didn't see him play yesterday, so everything about them I have not considered. Yeah, he absolutely deserves it.
Ben Johnson with the Bears 3-1. McDonald 6-1. Steichen 20-1 with the Colts. Liam Cohen in Jacksonville 22-1. Kyle Shanahan 22-1. He deserves some credit.
Yeah.
I mean, given everything he's had to deal with, to have them where they're at.
I love all these young coaches up there. That's good.
Sean Payton 22-1.
No.
And then 3 guys at 30-1. Dave Canales, who again has the Panthers at least with a pulse. Sean McVay at 30-1, although his team's got all the talent in the world. And then Brian Schottenheimer 30-1 as well. So
Shotty wins a couple more games, he'll get the flight to New York, as it were.
That's
right.
right.
He'll be nominated.
And if you're looking for a long shot, Pete Carroll 500-1. He's still available out there. As is Raheem Morris 500-1. So there's lots of potential out there. All right.
I'm trying to do the math how the Raiders could manufacture some way for Pete Carroll to get Coach of the Year.
I don't think that world exists.
Yes, I don't either.
I don't think that world exists. Speaking of talking about Myles Garrett, did you see another former great Aggie edge rusher, Von Miller?
That was a good bet.
Oh man, Von Miller had to take a picture in a Bevo jersey.
I appreciate the effort, son. I do.
And he's even doing the hook 'em thing.
You pay your debts.
Oh man,
you pay your debts. That ain't an easy debt to pay.
That could
you
not
made
have
the
been
bet.
easy.
Oh my God, what were you thinking?
Could you imagine if you had to be sitting in here today with a Bevo jacket on?
God, man, I don't know what you were thinking. I'll bet a lot of things. Man. And I felt pretty comfortable too, but not that comfortable.
Yeah.
Hook 'em. No.
I'm proud of that.
That's
Hook 'em.
how long ago did I say that? That's probably been 10 or 11 years ago.
Yeah, probably way before I started.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was on Thursday night, Friday
Actually,
night.
I can tell you when I did say it. It was when Texas beat UTEP.
Well, I'm sure that was a very memorable moment. That's what
You're
made
proud
you
of
proud
Texas
them?
beating UTEP?
I was being facetious.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was Friday night after the game.
No, that would have. I was down.
Who'd you watch that game with?
I was at the Rue Pub with Butch Aggies.
Was your brother wasn't there?
No, he wasn't. He was up in Dallas for Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
So no, he wasn't there.
I'm sure. Was there an even split of fan bases there?
No, that's the Aggie bar. I mean, most people know that Chip, the guy that owns the Rue Pub, is Aggie. So it was probably 3-1.
A sad crew.
It wasn't it was sad, but it was certainly loud enough. Texas fans' volume increased exponentially. I mean, I don't blame them.
How did you feel about Mike Elko at the end of that game?
I think that I would have been a lot like Elko. This was one that I think he, amongst more than anybody else, really wanted this game.
Here's Elko during his presser after the Texas game.
We didn't play the way we needed to. Can we close the door and run a professional press conference, please? My gosh. Sorry.
A little on edge.
That clip is also cut down because there was like a 4-second pause between and him just shaking his head, and then he goes, "Sorry."
Yeah, when your team, I think they had a good game plan. I don't think he's upset with the game plan he had.
He said his quarterback gave the ball away.
Yeah, when your team just doesn't play well, you can be magnanimous in a loss, but this was not the time to be, because I'm sure he's furious with his team.
First of all, I never want a coach or a player or anybody to be. I don't really like the idea of a good winner.
No.
Or a good loser. I mean, I don't want you to be like a crybaby loser, But I don't want you to just accept defeat and be like, oh, yeah, no big deal. Like, I want you to be pissed off, but you just got to be able to – you got to harness it.
Yeah, you got to – don't let anybody see your weaknesses. Don't be like Sonny Corleone. Never let anybody outside the family know what you're thinking. And that one was –
He had a moment there where he
was like, oh, I let it out. I let it out.
Damn
But
it.
I can't imagine what that locker room was like because I would have peeled paint. Well, you guys – this was a game you could have had, and you didn't help your quarterback. You didn't help him. He needed some help tonight, and you didn't come to help him. He's helped you. He's carried you before, and you weren't up to the task, knowing full well that we really saw what Marcel Reed is capable of. I mean, that could happen again. You know,
Oh, yes.
And I think every Aggie fan deep down, even Elko goes, "Ooh, that could happen again." That wasn't a one-off.
And it's also welcome to life with expectations.
Yeah, man. Everybody, I was talking to a bunch of young Aggies that, went 15 years or their whole life didn't know what it was like. The world is better for this game. It sucks. It sucks on Saturday and Sunday. But damn, I'm glad we played it. Damn, I'm glad we had the whole thing. I'm so glad it's back. I mean, it sucks to be on the losing end, but it's so much better. The world is better when we play. And hey, we'll see you again next year.
Yep. And someone said, here it is. Gilbert said, I told my UT buddies that UT's winning before halftime. They just had that energy. I said 3 weeks ago, if Texas loses to Georgia, they'll beat A&M. And if Texas beats Georgia, they'll lose to A&M.
It's so hard when you know you have a safety net. A&M knew that even if we lose, it'll suck. But the fact of the matter is, we might even be better off. And you don't talk about it out loud. You don't say it amongst friendly company. So when you go in and even if we lose, the world carries on.
Yeah.
Where Texas knew if we lose, it's over. Not only are we not going to the playoff, we got no argument, and we got to deal with Aggie all year long.
Yeah,
so A&M had a safety net, and it's hard to win those big ones when hey, we'll live to play another game even if we lose.
Hey, I blabbed too much, and I don't want us to short the loser segment. So we'll talk some Spurs on the other side, and then we'll do losers at 9 o'clock today. Spice it up a little bit for you. Just in case you had bland-ass turkey on Thanksgiving. We'll spice it up for you.
We'll zag instead of zigging.
Exactly. All right, we'll be right back. We still got a Status Right coming up today, and it's a Mellow Mushroom Monday. Plenty of reasons to stick around. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
Ewald Kubota is in the midst of their Christmas end-of-the-year sales process. And, man, if you know what you're doing, you wait till this time of the year because you know the deals are going to be great. Great financing on the best tractors on the market. If you got a bit of property, if you're getting ready to do some work as the weather cools off and you got some time on your hands, you got some dead wood to take care of or whatever you need to do, best thing to do is head over to Kubota today. Go make the deal you want to make. Let me tell you, this is the truth. No reasonable offer is ever refused at an Ewald Kubota dealership because they know that the purchase is just the beginning of the relationship, and they know that if you come once, you're going to come back because not only do you get the quality of Kubota, but you get the Ewald name behind it. And what does that Ewald name mean? Well, it means they're going to be there for you. Whether you need the parts immediately, you can call them, they'll deliver it. Whether you need the piece or the actual bit of machinery tomorrow for a work site, they're there for you. They're partners with you and will be from now on. That's why the locations all around South Texas can't wait to see you. They want to prove to you that the Ewald Kubota name matters. It has for many, many years, and it will continue to do so, but you got to go in to find out. You're looking for new, if you're baling hay right now, cutters and choppers, they got great warranty services going on. They're doubling your warranty. You're looking for the, all-terrain vehicle that meets any need you've got, whether it be lease work, whether it be oil work, whether it be hunting work. They've got what you need at financing and deals to be had. What I'm saying is your Christmas shopping, your holiday shopping won't be done unless you head over to Ewald today. Go make the deal you want to make and make yourself a partner with Ewald Kubota because they say it all the time, and I thoroughly believe it. From the Texas coast to the Texas Hill Country, Ewald Kubota, well, they're absolutely your Kubota dealer.
Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
This report is sponsored by Willie's Grill and Ice House, Texas-sized comfort and scratch-made favorites. The best deal of the year is at Willie's Grill and Ice House. For Black Friday and Cyber Monday only, take 25% off every e-gift card and get a $10 bonus card for every $50 you spend. Grab one for a friend. Keep the bonus for yourself. Willie's Grill and Icehouse.com.
Discover the newest place to play at Top Golf New Braunfels. Opening this Friday, December 5th at 427 Creekside Way in the New Braunfels Town Center at Creekside. This no golf knowledge needed experience is for everyone and is all about bringing more play and more fun to the players. Top Golf New Braunfels will feature new games, new food and drink, a 9-hole mini golf course, and half-off gameplay every Monday through Thursday. Join the Blitz live Monday, December 8th from 2 to 6 for all your Monday night football action. Come play around at Top Golf New Braunfels.
When you switch to Progressive and bundle your home and auto, you could save hundreds, and that's a surprising amount of money.
Whoa, that's like farmer's market money.
That's like give me a gallon of that locally sourced raw honey money.
That's certified organic heirloom tomatoes in every imaginable color except red money.
That's let's get 2 pounds of pink oyster mushrooms money. I'm not even sure I like pink oyster mushrooms.
Guess it's time to find out, because you could save hundreds when you switch to Progressive and bundle. Then the world is your pink oyster mushroom. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
If you've been injured in an accident, you know there's no shortage of attorneys who want your business. But when it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years. We've successfully represented thousands of injured Texans, earning over 12,000 five-star reviews on Google. So, who is the right attorney for you? Just look at the numbers. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are back, and Underdog's the best place to get in on all the action, and you can make your picks and win money right now here in Texas. Playing on Underdog, it's so easy, guys. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats, points, rebounds, steals, whatever it is. You get those picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. I am all over De'Aaron Fox on my Underdog lineups. Ever since Wemby's gone out of the lineup, the Spurs have been a De'Aaron Fox team. Keep going higher with him, and guys, always look for the rebounds for the other guy, other team's big man when Wemby's out. So I've loved it so far. Download the app today. Use promo code Alamo. Score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J.Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J.Crew Factory, Black Friday starts now. Come shop in store for 50 to 70% off everything, plus tons of limited time deals. You'll find the lowest price of the year on festive pajama pants for the family, all just $19.95, plus sweaters from $34.95 and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where you'll love our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
It's Dallas at Detroit, Thursday night football, and the best place to watch the game is at the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road.
Pre-game with the Blitz live from the Roo Pub from 2 to 6, and stick around to watch the game and show up hungry. You know the food is fantastic.
It's Thursday night, Dallas against Detroit. Start your weekend early with the Blitz live at the Roo Pub from 2 to 6.
Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant, the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. See you Thursday at the Roo.
SportsCenter brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We do have a disabled vehicle on 37 northbound Southeast Military Drive. That stall is in the right shoulder. A little bit of a delay from right around Presa Street. Now, we're still working this accident on Rittiman between Gibbs Sprawl over to Seguin Road. 2 vehicles involved, very close to the train track, so they had to have the train come to a full stop. Now, if you guys do have a flight out this morning, might want to leave a little bit early. We are still showing delays in and around the airport. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys are firmly back in the playoff hunt at 6-5-1 after beating the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, and now have a date with the Lions coming up on Thursday. Houston Texans have won 4 straight after a 20-16 win over the Colts, climbing to within a game of the top of the AFC South. In college football, the Texas Longhorns are keeping their slim playoff hopes alive, upsetting number 3 Texas A&M over the weekend. We'll see if it was enough on Tuesday when the latest college football rankings come out. LSU has its new coach, as Ole Miss now needs a new one. Lane Kiffin taking the Tigers' job. Ole Miss will not allow him to finish potential playoff run. In the NBA, the Spurs fell to the Timberwolves 125-112, paced by De'Aaron Fox's 25 points. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Back on track. Look at us, all caught up. Normally we have Jeff Traylor, but we're not going to have him today.
He's out recruiting.
Yeah, I think the plan is to have him later on in the week, I believe.
I think so. I think we'll have him Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay. But because we didn't have him, I was able to move around a little bit, and now we can do the losers.
You lose. You are such a loser. You're a bona fide schmuck.
Time now to find out who blew it this weekend. The losers.
You bunch of losers! Look who's back. It's the loser. I'm going back to a better class of losers.
With AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hello, losers.
Hello, losers. Not you guys, the other losers. Not our fine listeners. There's zero chance we do call you guys losers. I'll start, and I'm going to start with Cam Hayward. Cam Hayward, who lost the game for. By the way, I've got 3 Pittsburgh Steelers in losers today. 3 of them. 3.
Well, they wear yellow pants. They deserve it.
The first one, though, is Cam Hayward, who all game yesterday was trying to fight with Josh Allen because he says he got kneed in the stomach in a pile by Josh Allen.
Is that really what he said?
That's what he said.
I just thought they had some tape, like we can rough these guys up.
And he's
like, they were acting like bullies
in
all
the
game.
locker room. He's like, quarterbacks are protected, but I'm not. He kneed me in the stomach. And Josh Allen was like, "What are you talking about, dude? Like, I don't know." Like, and if you watch the film of the play where he supposedly kneed him, it's like they're in a pile. Like, I don't know if he kneed him from his back. It couldn't have been that bad, dude. You're Cam Hayward. You're like a monster of a man. Suck it up. By the way, this is the same Cam Hayward who fell down and accidentally punched Justin Herbert in the stomach. Remember that?
Yeah.
I'm falling. Oh, sorry. I had to break my fall with my fist on your stomach. My bad. Come on. Don't be a loser,
The thing
Cam
is,
Hayward.
I don't think Cam Hayward personally is a loser. I don't think he's a bad dude.
Dude, I see him with that freaking Man of the Year patch. Like, how has this guy come to this?
He doesn't like Josh. He kicked him in the nalgas.
I'll roll through the other 2. Aaron Rodgers already calling out his receivers after the game, like,
what do you expect?
We can't run the right routes. I check down a route. Guys aren't paying attention. Guy's supposed to cut in. He cuts out. I don't know what we're supposed to do in that. Dude, this is bad, Aaron. Don't
you hate to say I told you so?
No, I don't. No,
This is
I really
such
don't.
an I told you so moment.
And then in 2018, in an interview with GQ magazine, I told you Jalen Ramsey was quoted as, "Josh Allen is trash. You can't change my mind on this. That dude can't play. I don't know why they wasted that draft pick. He's garbage." Well, Jalen Ramsey is now 0-8 in his career when playing against the Buffalo Bills. So congratulations on being the biggest loser, Jalen Ramsey.
I got a couple.
All right.
One, Southern Methodist University.
Okay.
To join the ACC.
Oh, my gosh.
They
These guys
sacrificed right at $240 million. $24 million a year is the payout that ACC gives to their teams just for being members. Here's your TV money. Thanks for playing. Well, to get into the ACC, SMU said, we don't need it for 10 years. And then they were going to give them the ultimate comeuppance. They had an opportunity to play for the ACC title game.
Yep.
Lost to Cal, so they get to go home.
On a missed field goal against a team that fired their coach.
Mm-hmm. Pets.com bowl. You're not got no money. You'll be successful in life. You're all millionaires, but SMU's loser. How bad are the Clippers?
It's pretty bad.
I want you to think about in the history of the Los Angeles Clippers, the San Diego Clippers prior to that. I think they were even the Buffalo Braves prior to that. They've never had a month like this. In the 56-year history of your Los Angeles Clippers, they've never gone. They're 13. They've lost 13 of 15 games in November.
Ooh.
And what makes this even worse is something we were talking about in the break. Because while I don't give a crap about the Clippers, they could disappear and be relegated for all I care. I do care about the draft picks they have. And one of the draft picks they've traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, no big deal. It's just going to be the Thunder with a top 5 draft pick.
Top 5. Not since when the Lakers won the title.
They'll probably win the lottery, by the way.
And then they got James Worthy the year after they won a title. I think the Clippers are going to be in a situation. The Thunders are going to be in a situation to draft a top 5 dude.
Yeah, that's what we've got now.
And while, the Thunder, they're a fun story, we got to play against those guys. So Thank you, Clippers, for continually being a thorn in my side. And I'm just glad that Kawhi gets to suffer for this. So there's a little victory in this.
By the way, I'm almost certain the the Thunder are going to break the record this year for most wins in a season.
It's a joke to them. It's mundane. We're going to have to keep them interested. They're like the gifted and talented kid in class in a public school where at some point they're going to start playing with their food. At some point they're going to be like, this is dumb. Let's play playoff basketball. Yeah. This week we're going to play with just our left hand just to make it interesting.
It would make it at least more interesting.
Remember when Jordan would take free throws with his eyes closed because he was bored? This is where Oklahoma City is about to be.
How about the Kentucky Wildcats firing Mark Stoops? And I know Mark Stoops hasn't been, great the last couple of years, but your Kentucky football, you were in a bowl game every year from 2016 to 2023. You finished in the top 20 in the AP a couple times in that span. You're Kentucky football. And you fire Mark Stoops despite owing him $37.7 million. So this falls into the top 5 buyouts in college football history. And remember, Mark Stoops, they did this on the same day that Lane Kiffin left. You know how many times Mark Stoops has been offered a job elsewhere, like to leave Kentucky and go take a better job, and he stuck with them? And now to fire him, I just think that's a really bad look.
They lost to Louisville 41-0.
Dude, listen.
I mean, I don't think you should have been fired, but your team quit.
You are Kentucky football.
He lost his team. Somebody decided, you know what, I hate this guy.
Yeah.
Is that a job where all you got to do is beat Louisville and you'll be all right?
I don't know about that, but I mean, bowl eligibility at Kentucky is like
it's hard.
That's a big deal, man. Yeah. What Mike Elko got the job at Texas A&M because all he did was have 2 non-embarrassing seasons at Duke. If you can do that, you can turn that into a job. Mike Elko's had chances to leave and he didn't. I think this is a bad look by Kentucky.
It is.
Other losers, there's plenty of them. I can't believe I didn't have SMU written down. That might have been the best one. I'm going to go with Michigan State. Michigan State's hiring Pat Fitzgerald. That's your big swing, Pat Fitzgerald, the Northwestern coach.
He does good with bad guys.
Yeah, really strong work with a bunch of smart kids. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, how's that an upgrade? This is. Remember when the Titans fired Mike Vrabel? It was like, I guess they're at least free to go get the best coach available on the market. Checks notes. Looks like Mike Vrabel's at the top of it. Like, what are you doing? You fire your coach so you can hire that?
I think in hindsight, Vrabel was freed.
Oh, no
he
doubt.
Asked for the out. Please let me out of this situation.
Doubt.
Sitting today, not the worst team in the NFL, but what's the biggest loser team in the NFL?
It's the Titans.
Is it the Titans? Because, they're just bad. To me, the biggest loser team in the NFL is the Atlanta Falcons. I've said it all show long and all year long. I hate that team. I hate them because I see talent on that team year in and year out. And no matter what the talent, no matter the coach, no matter what, the Falcons are going to be the Falcons. And it's aggravating beyond belief. I don't understand how franchises can just continually step in crap. This, no matter what you do, you're going to step in it, and they're stepping in it again. I hate them.
You know who might be the biggest loser team from this season, like based on preseason expectations, things like the Commanders.
Yeah, there's been enough reasons.
They are now eliminated. No, they're one more loss, they're eliminated from playoff contention, or one more win by the Eagles. But 3-9 after the NFC Championship game a year ago.
Yeah, the utter collapse.
And you can say, oh, well, Jaden Daniels is hurt. They lost most of those games with Jaden Daniels. They stink.
They're I don't know how many reasons and excuses are there, but I've given them a pass all year long. And I think it started because remember when McLaurin held out till late and they traded their running back? They kind of hamstrung themselves from the get-go, and it turned out they did.
By the way, there are now 5 teams that are eliminated from playoff contention. The New York Giants, the New Orleans Saints, the Arizona Cardinals, the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans.
God, none of them have a prayer. Every one of them is just, man, you got years before you get better.
How can you fix any
There's
of those?
not a single
I guess
one.
the Giants, you look at and go, oh, well, maybe they've got some things. Like maybe Jackson Dart can play. Maybe Cam Scatterbo comes back.
Okay, I'll give
they've
you
got
that.
Malik Neighbors.
There's a future there.
Decent pass rushers, but
And the sad thing is the Saints were actually better than they thought they were going to be.
God,
you know what I mean?
atrocious.
They actually can go, you know what? We actually had a better year than we thought we would.
yeah, the Saints, the Raiders, at least for those two, they can say, okay, if we get a quarterback, maybe things can turn around. The problem for like the Tennessee Titans, you've got a quarterback,
and you need another one.
Arizona, you just extended your quarterback. Woof, that's hard times right there. Like when you know there ain't no bright side coming.
You know, watching, it's easy to look at the Cardinals and go, man, you guys just suck, and you're always going to suck. It doesn't matter what you do. But watching them play yesterday, they worked their ass off. The thing about the Cardinals is they come to play. They're just not very talented. I don't know what it is.
They are 3-9, and they have a negative 38-point differential.
That's it.
They're in these
They
games.
hit you hard. You know you played the Cardinals out a tough game. You might have beat them, but you're going to feel it on Wednesday. They just keep coming, and they just keep losing.
Yeah, for perspective, like the Titans' point differential is negative 158. Like the Saints are minus 113. The Cardinals are in games.
I feel bad for them. I feel sorry for them. I'm not mad at them. I don't hate them like the Falcons. I just feel sorry for them.
They just lose. The Titans don't have anything.
No.
Pete says they don't have an O-line. They don't have anything. There is nothing that can fix the Titans. Nothing. Greg and Steve saying they're guilty of drinking the Commanders' Kool-Aid. You know who didn't? Me. You guys had the Jim Jones party. I said, no, it's fool's gold. Sure enough, fool's gold. Their defense is trash, and Jaden Daniels, even if he would have played close to as well as he did a year ago, this wouldn't be a playoff team.
And I'm not mad at him yet. I do think injuries played a role, but you can see that Dan Quinn is a front-running coach. He has to have a lot of things going right for his teams to look good.
Well, it helps when you play a last-place schedule, too.
But Dan Quinn, he plays a style that they're kind of front-runners. They're not good at being average and coming back.
No.
You know?
No. And I was like, man, they're losing a lot of these games to tough teams. Like, they lost to the Cowboys, Chiefs, Seahawks, Lions, Broncos. They also lost to the Dolphins. You know, they lost to the Falcons. I can't feel bad. They lost to the Bears. I can't feel bad for you.
You lose to the Falcons, man. Hang it up.
I cannot feel bad for you. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I'm going to give away a Bello Mushroom gift card, and we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your midday commute, we do have a couple of stalls. 281 southbound Danella, far north side. That stall is blocking the median. And then 410 southbound at South WWY. That stall now off to the shoulder. We do have that closure on Rittiman, eastbound Gibbs Sprawl to Seguin Road. Early this morning, an accident near the train track, so now has turned into an accident investigation. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Thursday night at 7:15. The Cowboys are in the Motor City, taking on the Detroit Lions at Ford Field. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Listen up, San Antonio. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can get college credit for the stripes you've earned. Turn your military rank into college credit to save time and money on an online degree. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu/SATX.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's Luxe Cravings boxes give you decadent options. $5 gets you fan favorites, $7 gets you the fancy stuff, and $9 sends you on a journey of flavor exploration. Get yours at participating stores for a limited time. Prices and participation may vary. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
There's one name in roofing that stands high above the rest: Stevens Roofing. A quality roof overhead by Stevens Roofing means comfort, confidence, and peace of mind. It's protection for all the things you love. And during this holiday season, Stevens Roofing would like to thank all the first responders and military service members for the protection and peace of mind they provide. So for all your roofing needs, commercial or residential, remember Stevens Roofing. Online at stevensroofing.net. Happy holidays from Stevens Roofing.
The Gomez Law Firm is San Antonio's leader in personal injury law, and we have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us to share more.
Number one priority is to let the people know that we are a law firm that's been part of this community for 50 years. Mr. Gomez, he's been a practicing attorney here since 1973. He's born and raised here in San Antonio, done nothing but help out personal injury victims. It's very important that we get that out to the San Antonio community, because a lot of these attorneys like to come in here and act like they're from here, but you know, they're all out-of-towners. They don't know what goes on here. If you've been injured, if you've been involved in an accident, you've been involved in a car wreck, call the Gomez Law Firm. We've been around for almost 50 years. And we're not going anywhere.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Holding. Defense.
The ref totally blew that call.
Oh, I'm sure he'll make the right call next time.
It's too late. It cost us the game.
Well, it's just one game.
That loss eliminated us from the playoffs.
Oh, the playoffs are on so late. Now you'll be well rested.
Okay, I need you to stop talking now.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying two phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob.
Hey, 924. It's a Mellow Mushroom Monday. We love Mellow Mushroom around here. I particularly do. I'm there once every other week, probably. My kids love it. 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. I got a $50 gift card for you for caller number 2. 210-656-ESPN. 210-656-ESPN. Now, normally here's where we talk about things going on outside of sports, and I do have some things to discuss. But, Rob, Spurs catch an L last night in a game that
– That's a typical night game on the road. It's cold.
I think they were playing indoors.
I know. The sad thing about it was I'm a believer now, and as every Spurs fan should. And when the Spurs have a lead in the third quarter, unless, of course, they're playing Oklahoma City or I would say Denver, but they beat them, you kind of start expecting a win. We're not quite to the point where you expect to win every night out. But when you have an 8-point lead against a team that really was quite frankly flat-footed most of the night, they didn't come with their A game. And for the Spurs to give it away, it was aggravating. I think they're learning some valuable lessons, and the mistakes they're making aren't the kind of mistakes they made last year to lose games. They're nominal, and we're shorthanded. But last night was disappointing, especially after that Denver game. I think they had some momentum. They started hot. They got Anthony Davis in some early turnover issues and did everything right, and then just kind of frittered it away. They played like a young basketball team that doesn't know how to win a hard-fought game. And that's off the heels of winning a hard-fought game against a much better team, which made it that much more aggravating.
Yeah, this is listen, like you said, it's a young team. You're going to have these games, but I wanted to ask you, the reason why I brought up the Spurs, and maybe this is more of a discussion for tomorrow, are you worried that even when the Spurs are at their full form, that it's almost going to be like
we're playing for second place,
the rest of the AFC during the Mahomes era? Are you worried that there could be a run of that?
Yes, I do. But I also know that you have to, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And I know that every team is one injury away. Every team is one injury away from being gotten. And Oklahoma City, as good as they are, Shai Gilgeous is limping. They ain't what they were. Denver with Jokic, he limping. They ain't what they were. And so you have to play as if. But right now, man, we're playing the best team that has laced them up in the last decade. Not since we saw that was that 16, 17.
Yeah,
it's been 10 years since we've seen a team this good this early. Now, the good news is the last time a team did go get 70, they didn't win it all.
No.
So watching Oklahoma City, they're playing at a level above everybody else in the world. There might be the best team in the world right now.
And there's no signs that it's like slowing down in any way.
And they're hurt. It's not like they're fully functioning.
They've been without their second best player all year long.
So best team in the NFL, NBA, MLB, soccer. They're the best team in the world and know it. They know it. And they're not arrogant. They just know they're that good.
All right. Let's see what's going on in the world outside of sports. There's an outbreak of feral hogs in Texas.
I've done my part, AJ.
Yeah, I know.
Done all I can.
They're documented in 250 of the 254 counties here in Texas. But there's one specific spot in the Lone Star State where these hogs are worse than others. And it's called the Texas Anthrax Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
And these hogs are apparently digging up dormant anthrax and spreading it to other animals.
This isn't uncommon.
Include Uvalde, Ozona, and Eagle Pass. And this is all on a report according to Texas A&M University. And the area has around half of the county's feral hog population, about 3 million.
Can you imagine that? That's a lot of pigs.
And it says all it takes is one feral hog digging into the soil, disturbing it to cause the animals to become infected, leading it to spread to other animals and humans. Humans can contract anthrax through skin contact or by inhaling it. Can also be intestinal, but that's pretty rare. Infection can be successfully treated with antibiotics, but contracting it through an inhalation can be very dangerous if not treated appropriately. Without treatment, it has a 90% fatality rate. This is kind of scary, right? Or is this something I shouldn't even be worried about? This always happens.
Well, I think the anthrax in the soil that's part of nature. It's always there. It's just that there are so many pigs that the opportunity for them to run into the anthrax and then be eaten by a coyote or then to come in contact with a human being is just that much greater. I mean, Yeah, it's scary. Can you imagine? You're just out hiking, pick up anthrax because a pig had a rub, stirred up some dust, or you killed one and you're just trying to drag it off and suddenly get it. But it's not new.
Man. There are several places that are offering money per hide on these hogs. And if you want to go the other route, you can pay $6,500 to get in a helicopter with no gun experience required and shoot as many hogs as you want.
It's I highly recommend, if you have the means, I highly recommend it.
The Anthrax Triangle of Texas just sounds like a terrible thing. I don't like being involved in that, but, what are you going to do? A man from St. Petersburg, Florida, has been arrested after stealing a Cybertruck during a test drive. He took it home and beat it up, caused $20,000 worth of damages, and they were able to, obviously, because it's a Cybertruck, they were able to track it to his home.
Yeah.
And they were also able to get video of him damaging the Cybertruck because the Cybertruck is always recording.
Yes.
This is a very hard, I know there's a lot of people for whatever reason, I say whatever reason. I know there are people who feel like they've got justifiable reasons to want to vandalize Cybertrucks.
He hates Musk. It's a political statement.
They will find out. You can't spray paint on a Cybertruck and have no one notice.
It's like stealing. Oh, he spray painted?
No, I mean, he beat it with a bat. He spray painted. He did all kinds of stuff.
It's like stealing a cell phone, man. What do you think's going to happen?
No, it's not going to work out for you. The damage included a smashed rearview mirror, a missing GPS monitor, and detached sun visor on the driver's side. The front fender flares had been partially torn off. Small rocks and a pair of men's underwear were found inside the flares.
All right.
And, of course, they were able to get footage directly from the truck itself. Guys.
Did he say why?
He doesn't say. He doesn't talk. He's just a dummy.
It's a joyride.
And finally, Netflix has canceled a third Zack Snyder project and possibly a fourth. If you remember, it was a controversial time in DC universe when Zack Snyder was making Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman and the Justice League. And they said, wow, he's really figured things out going back to Netflix. And apparently it's not going all that well for him at Netflix. He was given 4 films to work with, and it has gone poorly. So they are basically paying Zack Snyder now to go away. It's just been confirmed that another Snyder project, his last live one on Netflix, has been canceled. That would be Twilight of the Gods.
I read that book.
An animated series based on Norse mythology, but it will not return for a second season. Pretty unusual considering that Netflix has already leaned into animation and loads of its series, even lower profile ones, are given multiple seasons. This one, though, they're like, no. They're pretty much fed up with the fact that they've given Zack Snyder a lot of this money.
Did he make the last Superman, or did he make the Cavill Superman?
The Henry Cavill one, yeah.
So he didn't do the one that I just that's out now.
No, not that one. So, no. He not on a good run, good old Zack Snyder. Not a good run. All right, Rob. We've got one segment left today. What should we do with it?
I think we should help people win some money.
I hope so. I hope we can do that. We'll look at the daily lines coming up next. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
So obviously this is not YouTube in our studio, right, Pledge? This is some other service here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Connected to my...
Because we have ESPN. Okay.
My cable.
I don't want to hear about your cable, Pledge. Not during working hours.
You want to hear about it after? Wow.
The package is bigger than you think.
Yeah, well.
You bundled it?
Wow, you guys. It's Monday. It's not even Friday yet. You guys are already in the gutter.
What do you mean? What do you think we're talking about?
Packages and length. And
we're talking about bundle services and all our different cable subscriptions that we have to have.
Nobody mentioned length, Joe. Where are you going?
I have FOMO.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, Christmas leaks, you make our carpet squishy.
Here at Quartermoon Plumbing, we know all your Christmas wants, like the popular leaky faucet, the overflowing toilet, or the trendy clogged sewer line. No matter what list you're on, naughty or nice, Quarter Moon Plumbing will answer your call fast and fix your emergency quickly so you can get back to your Coco and Carolyn.
651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Have pain? Have chronic pain, low back pain, knee pain, neck pain, or shoulder pain? I can help. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we get to the root of your pain. We don't just give pain medications, we do the proper investigation to see what is the root cause, and it's covered by your insurance. Reduce your medication, avoid surgery, and get rid of pain for good. Call for your free evaluation. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, where we get to the root cause of your problem. 210-468-1891.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Too much on your plate? Get 50% off your first 6 months of payroll at gusto.com/radio. Gusto saves you 2 days every month on payroll, taxes, and compliance. So you can go from payroll to pumpkin pie, filing taxes to raising glasses, counting hours to counting blessings. There's no need to transfer payroll history when you switch before the end of the year, and you'll be thankful you did. Choose a future with Gusto and get more time for what matters. For a limited time, get 50% off your first 6 months at gusto.com/radio.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Football season is in full swing, and Underdog's the best place to get in on all the action. You can make picks and win money right now in the great state of Texas. Playing on Underdog, it's so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats. Rushing yards, receptions, touchdown passes, whatever it is, you get those picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your money. This week on Underdog, I'm going to be looking at Josh Allen with his rushing yards. They're in desperation mode. When the Bills get desperate, Josh Allen starts to run. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code ALAMO. You'll score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go!
Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Alexandra says, my property taxes are due today. Don't pay them.
Well, I mean, did you?
Taxes are stealing.
Did you appeal? I wonder. Did you go in front of the
I would
board?
hope so.
Those ladies who give you like 5 minutes of.
Don't pay them. That's all I can tell you.
I'll go pick it up on auction.
Yeah, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Take your house? Yeah, right.
Not anytime soon.
You got
It'll
guns.
take a year.
Taxes. It's freaking taxes.
We got new laws taking effect today. Did you know that?
No. What are they?
I don't know.
Okay. I'll be sure to obey them.
There's something about squatter. That brought it up. Some kind of news. It's easier to get squatters out of your house now.
Oh, good.
Come after them with weapons, I hope.
Good. I hope so. Don't squat in my house. I had to sell a house earlier than I wanted to because I was worried about squatters during COVID time. I sold my house in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Probably lost out on, like $150,000. No big deal. Because I was worried people were going to be squatting. Stupid. All right.
I had the worst weekend.
Did you?
On my
I had
DFS.
a horrible Saturday.
DFS was terrible because no points were scored. Nothing worked out. Nobody hit anything because nobody got any yards or points.
Why don't you play lowers?
I did play some lowers, but they were like, I'm going to go lower than 136 for any NFL quarterback. I mean.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
And that happened on several occasions. So, no, that was on me. But it was one of those weekends that there were a lot of upsets, a lot of tight games. A lot of winners were obvious, but they didn't cover. So it was a tough weekend for me.
Yeah, I got my ass kicked on Saturday. Then Sunday was good. Friday, I actually made some money, too. I bet Texas when they got to 3.
Nope. Lost that one.
But, yeah, Saturday kicked my ass. And a lot of it was like Oregon beating Washington handily.
The Miami one got me.
Oh, that one got me
I
bad,
knew
too.
Miami was going to win. I didn't think they'd do that.
No.
So a lot of those I was
SMU.
off weekend. Oh, man.
SMU,
Yeah.
you got to be kidding me. Yeah, so there was plenty of, but then yesterday was good to me. My only loss yesterday was the Colts. But I had the Dolphins in the first half. I had the Jets over the Falcons. You should have won on that.
I didn't play that one.
And then I played the under in the Bills-Steelers game, which I think Steelers unders are probably a good way to go in general.
From here on out, they are.
But all right, let's crank it up. See what we can do tonight. Take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, the New York Football Giants travel all the way to Foxborough, Massachusetts.
And we
to
will
take
have
on...
Jackson Dart tonight.
Yes, we will have Jackson Dart. Giants at the Patriots. Patriots, 7.5-point favorites. You can get some 7s out there still. 7.5, though. Do you like the Giants?
No, I like the Patriots in 7. I'll take them at 7.5.
Even with Jackson Dart.
Even with them back, that's a good football team.
Yeah,
but I've been wrong all weekend,
Well,
so
that's
I go
true.
Costanza on this and go opposite.
I don't know. I don't know what the Giants are. I mean, actually, I do know what the Giants are. I don't know what the Patriots are. I mean, I'm not looking at the Patriots, the team I expect to get a bunch of margin on everybody.
Okay, here's the question then. If New England is what I think they are, and I do think that they are that tells me then if I believe that, then Drake's probably worth touchdown and a half?
Listen, man. The Giants, it is hard to throw it around on them because they have good pass rushers. If you're playing higher on any Giants tonight, or on Patriots, it needs to be running backs.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants are like a drunk girl on prom night. Just give it up.
Travion Henderson.
Right up the middle.
I like Travion. He's been hot the last couple of weeks for a couple of things, so that might be a good ride.
That might be the way to go. Yeah, the Giants cannot stop the run to save their lives. Cowboys at the Lions on Thursday. What do you think the line is?
I'd have the Lions in 2.5.
Lions are 3-point favorites at home. against the Dallas Cowboys. So you're right there on it. Some of the other early – now this is – oh, gosh, I'm going to have to fade the Bills. Bills hosting the Bengals.
I don't know, man.
How about Bills -6?
That's too much. Okay, no.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Cincinnati's feeling – no, I don't think Buffalo will not win. I think they're going to beat them, but 6 points is a little thick.
Pittsburgh at Baltimore.
I'm out on Pittsburgh for the rest of the year, man.
Baltimore 6.5 at home.
Yeah.
Colts at the Jags, battle for first place.
Colts 2?
Colts -1.5 on the road, yeah. How about Cam Ward at Shedeur Sanders?
This is it, man. No, Cleveland's going to win just because they've got the best defensive player in football.
-4.5. Total in that game is 33.5.
Lower than that.
I think so, too. I don't know who's scoring points in that game.
We probably have weather to deal with, too.
Yeah. How about Packers hosting the Bears?
Oh, gosh. Packers hosting the Bears. Man, if that's not even 1 point, Packers and a point?
Packers -5.5.
-5?
5.5.
Good grief, that number's going to change.
I don't know. Texans at the Chiefs.
Oh, I like this. At the Chiefs, Kansas City and under 3.
3.5.
3.5, right over 3.
And
I like the Texans, by the way.
Eagles at the Chargers on Monday night.
I like the Chargers.
Chargers +3 at home.
That's about right.
Well, I think be careful on that one because we don't know if Justin Herbert's going to be able to play. If he doesn't play, they're
dead
garbage.
in the water. But that running game should scare Philadelphia. Scare them if they can run.
And you know it's a garbage week in the NFL when the Browns are favored. The Miami Dolphins are road favorites, 2.5-point road favorites at the Jets. And the Commanders are road favorites.
Against?
The Minnesota Vikings.
Is he going to be able to get off work? Their quarterback?
I don't know. He's got
going to get another Sunday off so he can play quarterback.
He's got his garbage route. I'm not sure if there's going to be enough time. College football championship weekend is upon us here. Georgia, Alabama. Georgia a 2.5-point favorite against that damn Tide.
I don't know, man. I'm going to have to pay real close attention to this, but I kind of like Alabama early.
How do you feel about Ohio State and Indiana?
I can tell you this. Ohio State is far and away the best team in the country. They got tested. They're that good. I don't know how Indiana is. I like Ohio State just because they've been here before.
I think I'm going to bet Indiana.
But what's the line? What are we at?
5.5.
Ooh. That Ohio State win this weekend was pretty damn impressive.
But is Michigan really good?
Well, I mean, they're not.
Ohio State beat Purdue by 1.5 million points.
Yeah, but Michigan, it was the rivalry game, and what impressed me more than anything else. Now, it was not sustained suffering, but they did have to go through about 6 or 7 minutes to start the game where they got punched in the face.
Yeah,
and they could have collapsed and gone, yeah, we'll get them in the title game, but they didn't, and they came back. I don't know what to make of Indiana. I don't. I just assume they're good. I don't know if they're great.
They cover.
Yeah.
Duke's at Virginia. Duke at Virginia. ACC championship neutral field. Virginia 3-point favorites against Duke.
Let's go, Duke.
Go Dukies. I know you ain't going to hear me say that during basketball season, but go right now. Big 12, BYU and Texas Tech. Texas Tech.
Oh, yeah.
13.5.
Oh, yeah. And it could get bigger than that. They're going to be playing on a fast track inside. Ooh, look out.
And Friday, before as sort of a warm-up game, North Texas and Tulane potentially playing for a playoff spot.
It might be the best matchup other than the Indiana-Ohio State game as far as two teams that are pretty damn equal.
North Texas, a 2.5-point favorite in that one. That's going to be a fun game.
A lot of green going on.
Fun game. In the world of hoop, today, we got the Hawks at the Pistons. Pistons 9.5-point favorites. Pistons are really good, man. They are really good.
The Hawks aren't.
It's funny. We'd be talking a lot more about the Pistons if the Thunder weren't so absurdly good.
We will, and I think as we get further and further down this season, I think by the time we get into February, we're going to talk a lot about Detroit.
I think so too. Bucks at the Wizards. The Bucks 9.5-point road favorites.
Yeah.
The Cavaliers. Now, this one's interesting. Cavaliers -6.5 at Indiana. Indiana's got like 4 wins all year.
Somebody must be out.
That's got to be some kind of injury. I don't know. I got to check on that one. Orlando -8.5 hosting the Bulls.
That's another big number.
Yeah, the aforementioned L.A. Clippers are at the Miami Heat.
Take the Heat in the
are
numbers,
-6.5. The Charlotte Hornets, 4.5-point road favorites. Not something you hear very often.
The Con Kneifel show.
They're playing the Brooklyn Nets. That would be why. And the Mavericks, fresh off Cooper Flagg setting the record, youngest player ever to have 35 in a game.
That poor kid needed that more than anybody else in the world.
They are 11.5-point dogs tonight at Denver. So maybe not going to follow it up with another brilliant one.
Maybe there's a chink in the armor, but at least Cooper got some buckets.
Rockets, 12.5-point road favorites in Utah.
Look out, man. Rockets are rounding into form. We're talking about other teams, but the Rockets are very quietly, very solidly third place. Are they third in the West?
Third.
Without a point guard, they're finding their way. Look out. Trade deadline could mean a lot for them.
You know who's flying under the radar somehow? The Lakers.
I know.
The Lakers are the 2 seed right now in the West.
Does it feel sustainable? Does this feel like something that you could see happening
I don't know.
in April?
They made it through a time without their best players.
I agree.
I mean, and here they are. They're 4.5-point favorites tonight hosting the Suns.
Well,
the Suns aren't bad, but 4.5 feels short when you talk about all these other teams. The Lakers are pretty good.
See, I think a lot of people don't want to admit that they might actually be pretty good. It just doesn't. How can a team who's
then that's the team you want to bet on? You want to bet on the team that nobody wants to admit is good. Like I guess the Chicago Bears. You keep betting on them, you keep winning.
Because Austin Reeves is as good as Luka and LeBron is right now. That's the thing that's throwing me off. Austin Reeves he's elevated his game with less opportunity. He has less opportunity now than he's ever had, and he is a better baller for it.
Yeah, he is. He is picking up whatever slack has been left when they were gone, and he's still on the floor and he's still balling out.
So let's see if it can sustain. I think front line at the end of the day will be their issue, but right now, man.
NHL tonight, the Devils host the Blue Jackets. Vicky Valancourt is the Devil. They are minus 150. The Pittsburgh Penguins are at the Philadelphia Flyers. Philadelphia minus 140. The Winnipeg Jets are in Buffalo taking on the Sabres. Sabres minus 115. The once mighty Ducks of Anaheim are in St. Louis. The Blues minus 155 favorites. And the Utah Mammoth, did you say Utes? They are minus 165 at the San Jose Sharks. Sharks not as crappy as they usually are. They used to be free money to bet against the Sharks.
We're about in the same point of the season as NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Tampa Bay, the Hurricanes, Carolina,
the Avalanche is really good.
The Avalanche are we're going to start. I can feel it. We're about to start paying more attention to hockey just because things are going to be winding down in the football world through December. And I'm just trying to get my bearings. So the Bruins are better than we thought they were going to be.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The Canadians are about what we thought. And the Avalanche are surprised.
Yeah, the Avalanche have lost they've lost 7 games. 6 of them were overtime losses, so they still got points for them. They've lost 1 game in regulation. That is wild. So they've got 42 points on the season. I think the next closest team is like 8 points behind them or something like that. It's crazy. Dallas is also very good.
Mm-hmm.
And I got tickets. My mom got me my Christmas present is tickets to go see the Golden Knights play the Stars.
They got to bring their mascot
in Dallas. I don't think so. I don't think the mascot travels.
We need to call ahead and make sure
I would like
the
that
Lizard shows up.
The Gila monster. Oh. But yeah, chance if he shows up. I mean, the Stars are in trouble. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
Look out.
They'll be in big, big, big trouble. Did you? I know you watch this stuff pretty regularly. Did you watch the F1 this weekend?
No, it was late night, and I saw it running last night. I normally DVR those things and pick them up during the week, but what happened?
The Verstappen won. He beat the 2 McLaren guys who led for most of the race. But the only reason I know this is suddenly my son is into F1.
Is he a Verstappen guy or is he a McLaren guy?
He likes Ferrari.
Oh.
So he's picked a team that does not seem close to winning.
Ferrari started hot this year and kind of fell apart.
Yeah, so I guess what's his name? Lewis Hamilton, who drove for Mercedes for a long time. He's with them. I forget what's their other guy's name?
Checo, Charles Leclerc.
Leclerc, yeah.
Checo's not Charles Leclerc. That's somebody else.
They were not really factors in the race, but he's doing this thing now where he talks to you about it like he's an expert, even though he's watched like two races and a bunch of YouTube videos about it. He's like, oh yeah, Ferrari, the cars just aren't good enough to keep up. It's more about the cars than the drivers. Like Ferrari just makes an inferior car, and I'm looking at him like, you're telling me Ferrari doesn't know how to make a car?
Well, when Verstappen first started winning, he was actually driving a Honda-powered car.
Oh, really?
It was a Red Bull vehicle, but it was a Honda-powered vehicle.
You drive a Honda.
And equally as fast.
Yes.
Equally as fast. So,
but your lights light up, though. That's bad.
All of them.
That's a bad.
Every one of them. I have to pit.
Well, it's something that you and Holden will be able to discuss.
The season's about to wind down. Now the discussion is who's going to be driving for whom next year.
How long's the season last? I thought it was like a year-round thing.
They finished. They got started. We're well past halftime. I think we've only got 1 or 2 races done.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Which means now this means what basically it means is I'm going to have to buy tickets to the Austin one next year. That's what he's setting up.
What you should is buy tickets to like Azerbaijan.
Nope. I don't go to Azerbaijan. I don't go to the Middle East. I don't go.
How about Monaco?
That one could be a maybe. I'm not taking my 13-year-old son to Monaco, though. I can tell you that much. If I go to Monaco, I'm
you
going.
Won't quite get the experience like we would.
No, I don't think so. That does it for us. The Blitz comes up at 2 today. They'll go until 6. I'm sure they'll have plenty to discuss from this weekend. It was a good one. And we'll be back and do it all over again tomorrow. Thanks for listening, gang.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.